Guys, what's going on? I was a little late, you know what I'm saying, working on some shit. Yeah.
Well, well, well.
Well. I gotta get that's what I was trying to get was that was actually get that clip, but then I did a Microsoft update and it resets my sound settings on my recording software. So I'll make an entire video and there's no sound because the microphone's just connected. But we're all good now. So Kathleen, what's going on? Keyshawn's here, Kelvin's here. Kelvin with the $5. Hey, appreciate that, guys. Thanks.
Damn,
thanks for
check
support.
out Daddy Warbucks.
I know, big bucks over here.
Seriously. Garlic croutons, dude.
Rajai's here. Rajai, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you. Daniel's here. Brent's here. Colin's here. What's up, my friend? So, guys, let's give it a little preamble here, guys. When do you think that motherhood started going to shift? Like the idea of motherhood shifted in the West. To me, I think it was like. I think it was the late 80s is when there was a big shift because that's when affirmative action really started taking over and all these chicks started getting these opportunities that they didn't deserve and started thinking that they were God's gift. And that's when all these movies and media started coming out of this whole, strong and independent, boss chick living in the city. That was a real thing when HBO first started and all that other stuff in like the late 80s and then cable in the early 90s and media. And when you started hearing women actively saying that they meant that something was taken from them because they had kids. I mean, you had these feminists saying, oh yeah, we don't want to be brood mares or whatever, but it wasn't something that women openly talked about, I would say, until the late 80s.
Right, I think you're almost right. I think it started with the boomer generation, and honestly, the goddamn boomer broads, they are the first generation that actively hated their own offspring, their own children, and in large part, something that I don't know why people don't admit this, but going into the late 70s and 80s, having kids interrupted their decade, 15-year-long.
Hold on really fast. D8 says the shift was in the 60s, 70s. But D8, we blacks are we are the minority. I'm talking about once it went mainstream. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we had black women saying this craziness in the 60s and the 70s, but us blacks, we are the canary in the coal mine, right? So we might have been saying this in the 60s and the 70s, and the hippies were all dropping acid and blowing each other, but the boomers could still screw around in their late teens and 20s and then have enough abundance and time to just switch back to a conservative traditional lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? But my so before I finish is that DH is correct. Black women said this, but black women didn't take it it didn't become part of the actual mainstream zeitgeist until the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Like it was still kind of a feminist / black woman thing. And next thing you know, you had Sally Jesse Raphael, you had Oprah, you had Donahue, you had Ricky Lake, you had all these shows that sprouted up in the 80s. Sorry, Colin, keep going, buddy.
No, it's okay. So what I think really happened was that the late 70s, the 80s. This was the decade of decadence, right? Mm-hmm. And the boomer generation and. Part of this, actually, I blame on the men as well because they were very much part of this. Yes. Basically, the reason that that the boomers hated their children is because they were interrupting their 10, 15-year-long coke bender that they got to have.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And, basically, having kids was cramping their lifestyle, their party life, know?
Yeah. I also think that, that the boomers, guys, okay, you guys know how like Disney and all these Hollywood corporations, they've been making trash for like the last 5 or 6 years. Since 2016, but
yeah,
ever since the cough, there was a huge influx of investor money because they were like, oh, during the cough, streaming's the new thing. So they had billions of dollars of investor money. When a lot of corporations, or even like when lots of people get successful, they get sloppy, right?
Yeah.
They make stupid decisions. When you have abundance, right? It's a gift and a curse. The boomers had unprecedented abundance.
Yep.
The post-war boom was unheard of. It was crazy. And these morons had so much abundance that they thought that they could question what got them there in the first place. Yep. That's so stupid. I used to kind of rail against the whole boomer thing because I thought it was like just like people trying to be trendy. But then I thought about it. This is all the boomers' fault.
Yep.
They're the ones. They had it so good that they thought that they knew better than the thousands of generations that got them there in the first place, that won the wars, right? That built America, that built the West. In that 25 years, they thought that they figured out more than everyone else did. And that's how we ended up in this crap. But they were still in a time frame, like I said, where they can drop acid and give each other herpes, right? But then turn like 25, 26, get married, buy a house off of one income. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the Gen X, millennials, and Gen Z have been putting up for it ever since.
Yeah, this is exactly why I have absolutely zero sympathy for the boomer generation, because now they're the by far, I mean, not even a small margin, by far, the boomer generations, especially all these knucklehead boomer broads who are like, yeah, I'm 59 years old, I'm getting divorced. They're the ones who are now all getting divorced and ending up homeless.
And hold on, Colin. And feeding all this money and resources into the money-making machine that is family court, divorce court, and the lawyers. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Let's think of this. Cord can be married for 25, 30 years. He's about to retire. He turns 60. Then his wife all of a sudden leaves him, and next thing you know, he's filing for fucking bankruptcy. Like, how does that work? How do you have two people that have built an entire life getting money and retirement and real resources? Next thing you know, you're bankrupt because there's a machine put in place that drains resources. Colin, you were saying? Sorry, buddy.
No, I was just about wrapped up. I was just going to say the boomer generation, the boomer generation, they had the privilege and the luxury of the absolute biggest and greatest economic boom in human history. And the vast majority of them, they did nothing but piss it away.
Yeah. That's true, guys. Here, let's break some news. Guys,
I think it happened around 2000s. That's just what I want to say. The mentality, mindset, and more the divorce one. I think it's 2000 and above. I think because they were like, oh, what's a new age? Divorce is more accepted because through the 90s people did it more. But I think 2000s and above, people just accept divorce as a very commonplace thing. Therefore, it can happen more. Well, and you can be a bum ass mom.
That chart that we saw where divorce skyrocketed in the 70s and the early 80s because of no fault divorce being passed. But then so that means that people like Korg, Colin, myself, we were the first generations to have kids that we knew whose parents were divorced, right?
Exactly. We were also the first victims of it too. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
I'll jump in after you're done, AJ.
Yeah. So You remember that we saw the actual chart of divorce rates going down, but guess what? Marriage rates started going down too. So it's all kind of the same. Guys, Corgo, and then we'll bring some general news, and then guys, I have some news stories to show how shit that these mothers are. So keep going, Cord.
So when you say go mainstream, there has to be a catalyst. So it started in the 70s and the 80s. And I've said this before, mine was a little bit differentiated because I had to attend kind of a preppy private school, even though my parents weren't upper echelon. So I was around all those little pricks whose dads were doctors, lawyers, surgeons, etc. And so they always, every other kid, I think, had a divorced set of parents. And this was in the 70s going into the 80s.
Yeah.
When it hit mainstream, and mainstream meaning it was acceptable, because even in the 80s, if somebody was divorced, it was still, I want to argue that it was the mid 90s is when it really hit that catalyst. Because you would see these TV series of, I'm a single woman and I'm going to raise a child all by myself. Whether she be divorced, get knocked up, or get a sperm donor, because that's when they really, really started selling that nonsense that women can multitask and women can do anything and men can't do anything. And I got to thinking the other day, and a couple of you guys, I know Snowboard is way too damn young to know about this, but there used to be a cigarette advertising campaign aimed at women called Virginia Slims. And Virginia Slims was all about, you've come a long way, baby. And every one of the advertisements was gaslighting women that you were superior to men and you can do anything.
Yeah, I remember, in the throughout the 80s, when I was just a kid in Germany, I was in school. I was the one and only kid that didn't have a father. I was like, I'm not even joking. I'm not exaggerating. I was the one and only kid, and of course, it wasn't until I became an adult that I started understanding why. All the other kids always kind of treated me different and looked at me weird. Because again, I was the one and only kid where, it was.
Did you guys friends with a kid whose parents?
Did you guys ever see that video?
Hold on, guys. Wait. Cord finished up, and then whoever's talking, guys, let's not try and talk over each other. But Cord.
So way back in the 70s, I was friends with a kid in kindergarten who lived with his mom. His mom was divorced, and my mother came unglued and was basically, you stay away from him because his mom doesn't have a husband.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand that.
Damn.
Did you guys ever?
Did you guys ever? Yeah, keep going.
Did you guys ever see that video? I don't know if you covered it or not, AJ, but this 25-year-old guy took a secret TikTok video and he was in his mother's car, SUV or whatever. And the mother asks, why aren't you going to, settle down and get married? And he replied, why? So she can divorce me at 40 like you did to dad?
Damn. You guys want to see?
Nice.
Hey, just real quick, AJ, I'm sorry. I got to be just a slight bit narcissistic here, but just so our regular crew here can see it. Where's my intro, dude? They got to see it. Come on, dude.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to pull it up. I downloaded it, but I messed it up. I can pull it. Hold on. Yeah.
What is it? Like BMW ad or something?
No, it's some guy with no pants on in a trailer.
So much better.
Chehalia, Washington.
Hey AJ, can I have the Dylan, you son of a bitch, and the handshake slap when I come in?
Just remind me in the Discord, and I'll get it for you. So hold on.
Nothing like nothing. And tomorrow we come back and we cut off your Johnson.
The best part of the scene is when they come in and break his radio. Like that. Why? Why? He said, they break his radio.
Fucking out.
I love that movie.
Why? The record player didn't do anything to you.
The toilet scene is the best, though.
Oh no!
The money. Oh, I think I saw it.
Oh no! Why is Hold on, guys. Let me see. Why is TikTok not? Oh, okay. It's just it's taking a while. All right, guys. Let's break some news here. Let's break some news.
Now break.
Look at this, guys. Did you guys hear about this? So the chick's changing her baby at Macy's, and some random broad just comes up and stabs her.
New details in a local couple's holiday trip to New York City that took a horrifying twist. A SoCal Sheriff's Department worker stabbed while changing her baby's diaper inside one of the most famous department stores in the world.
Yeah.
Tonight we're getting new disturbing details on the attacker and also how that local couple is doing tonight. Eyewitness News reporter Amy Powell live with the breaking new information.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Guys,
alien. He's like an alien.
Was that Mark Brown from the sketch, from the funny sketch where he looked like the criminal?
Guys, the streak is over, dude. Straight up.
And Mark, it's a frightening incident, and the suspect in custody has a troubled history. This is her first arrest in New York, but she was arrested in Massachusetts in 2018 after threatening to kill Senator Elizabeth Warren.
Jesus.
Oh, nice.
Macy's
I kind of like
New
this.
York store, known for its dazzling holiday displays, attracts shoppers from across the country. But on Thursday, a tourist from Southern California was the victim of a terrifying attack inside the department store. Police have arrested 43-year-old Carrie A. Hearn, a woman with a documented history of mental illness.
Hold up.
Husband, both employees
Yes.
of the LA County Sheriff's Department, were visiting New York.
Redhead, rage, crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, I can
Karen,
see it.
can't make this shit up.
Yup.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to tell you that I have mental health issues.
Yup.
I'm extremely distraught. I feel like my whole life is ending. The victim and her.
You know when they say like I'm gonna beat you like a redheaded stepchild? This is that person at 40.
Yeah, it's true.
This has misplaced rage.
Yep. Let's see.
We're visiting New York. The woman was in a 7th floor bathroom changing her 10-month-old daughter's diaper when she was attacked and stabbed multiple times in the back and arm. The victim's husband entered the bathroom and was able to disarm the suspect.
Tourniquets on babies ain't easy either.
Table, but was not injured.
That's awful.
Yeah, I just hope everything's okay. But yeah, we were literally on the 7th floor.
Ahern has been arraigned on felony charges. According to prosecutors, she told police she was discharged from a Manhattan psychiatric center where she had been staying for more than a year on the morning of the attack. In court documents, Ahern says she bought a knife at Macy's and started looking for someone to kill because voices in her head.
At least she
got a deal on it.
To pay for the knife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Told her she had to kill someone or she would be killed.
Hold up. That makes me think of the Eddie Murphy skit back in the 80s. Kill my landlord. Kill my landlord.
Can you imagine though? She goes into Macy's, buys a knife. Thank you. Would you like the receipt in the bag, please?
I need to stab somebody.
Was treated and released from a hospital. In a statement, Sheriff Robert Luna says, "My thoughts and prayers are with my employees and their family during this very traumatic event. I am grateful they are safe and receiving the care and support they need. I want to thank the NYPD first responders who acted quickly to bring the suspect into custody."
Look at that, guys. Hold on.
We have learned the mother who was viciously stabbed inside the Macy's New York City flagship store works for
kinda
the
hot.
LA County Sheriff's Department.
Bro, she can get it, man.
Yeah, she's about 10, 15,
A little past the wall, but that's
past
fine.
the wall, but
Nah, that's 3 beers in, and you just dig it in.
In a bathroom at the time of yesterday's unprovoked attack, and as reporter Jamie Roth from our New York sister station explains, the suspect has already been charged with attempted murder.
The suspect in this attack is expected to go before a judge tonight. She'll be arraigned on several charges. The woman she's accused of stabbing is in law enforcement. She works for the LA County Sheriff's Office. They come from all over to hit the city's holiday hotspots. Amanda Kirby and Stacy Reed, best friends for 20 years, here for a winter getaway and keeping their guard up.
We literally are like, don't lose each other, like stay with each other the whole entire time.
This is why men don't like.
You're
idiots.
idiots.
New York.
From California came to
She brought the fridge with her.
A woman went to a bathroom on the 7th floor to change her 10-month-old daughter, and it was here that she was randomly attacked, stabbed in the back, and slashed on the arm. That's awful.
Yeah, I just hope everything's okay. But yeah, we were literally on the 7th floor. So
Yeah, were you literally there?
It's pretty disturbing. It's very disturbing. Wow, be safe.
It's just unfortunate that that's the world we're in right now, is things like that happen.
Police are charging 43-year-old Carrie Ahern with the crime. Ahern is originally from Tewksbury, Massachusetts, but police
Oh
say
shit, that's
currently
where my mom's
she's
from.
homeless. No prior arrests until now. Now she's facing attempted murder charges.
Masked people can be weird. They got old witch bloodline.
About the incident.
Yeah,
The safety
we're
of our
cooked.
customers and colleagues is our top priority. The 10-month-old child was not hurt during the attack.
That's
The
good.
woman who was stabbed is in stable condition at a local hospital. Both she and her partner work for the LA County Sheriff's Office, and during the attack, he was able to jump in and subdue the attacker. Reporting from Midtown Manhattan, Jamie Roth, ABC 7
AJ.
Eyewitness News.
Guys, hold on. Guys, let me know if you can hear this. Hold on. I gotta do this real fast because TikTok's not working on my where it's supposed to work. Let me see. Let me know if you can hear window TikTok. Okay, can you guys hear this?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yes. Okay, guys, listen.
Yeah, it's just low.
What was it?
You guys can hear
It's
this?
just low sounding.
Yeah, it's just exactly. Yeah.
It's really
No,
low.
Can't hear a thing.
I don't hear nothing, homie.
Huh. Let me see if I can do it.
Colin's dropping acid or something.
Do it.
No, I
do
can
it.
hear it.
Oh, that's me.
It's just really
I'm
low.
doing that.
Hold on. Can you guys hear it now? Let's see.
No, it's still the same.
Just barely. Just barely.
Damn it.
Just barely now.
All right. I'll have to find another.
Because
way
she's
to
also
use-
yelling too, so I'm sure you had the sound.
Yeah,
up
that's what I
all
was
the way.
saying. Can't hear a thing.
Yeah.
Hey, I dropped something in the private chat about the response to things are so weird today. I think it's pretty fitting.
And I also want to bring note to the fact that a man subdued her.
Yeah.
From the last story.
Yep.
Of course.
Yep.
Yeah. We have another story here. Give me 1 second, guys. Hit the like button.
Brian,
guys.
or yeah, low talker.
Hold on.
I understand that reference.
Let's see here. Oh, here we go.
It is impossible to make sense of a senseless tragedy like this, but we will do everything we can to seek justice for these children.
A Texas woman is accused of gunning down her own children in a horrific act of violence. Now, somehow, 2 of the 4 victims survived. They're now in recovery.
4 kids she shot. Look at that. What a joke.
Wood chipper.
I know. Can you imagine shooting your own kids?
Imagine me growing up as an adult and your mom murked your siblings.
Yeah, and guys, you guys remember what was it, Andrea Yates and all these other moms?
I
who
was
were
just
doing
going to
this and
say
that?
that's some
Yeah.
Andrea Yates.
Oh,
shit
Yeah,
right
I was
there.
going to say that too. I remember that.
She must have had some mental health issue. What drove her to this? Please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
You know, and I And you know, I guarantee you that all how many was it? 4 kids she said, or 6 kids? Whatever, it doesn't matter. They all had ADHD. You know, all different.
Tylenol brain as as Snowboard likes to point out. So there we go.
As their mom sits behind bars on a $14 million bond. And as the investigation into Oninda Romulus widens, stranger and stranger details are coming out about what was allegedly going on inside her home. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
Like I said, at this point, this is still an ongoing. However, what is most important is that our team is working on this. We've been burning the midnight oil on this ever since this dropped, right? So I can assure you we're looking into this, and there is a lot of stuff that is not able to be released at this point.
Law enforcement in 2 Texas counties are trying to piece together what led to a mother allegedly shooting her 4 children inside of a car, killing the oldest, a 13-year-old boy, and the youngest, a 3-year-old little girl. Brazoria County authorities say 31-year-old Oninda Romulus herself called 911. This was just before 5 a.m. on Saturday, October 4th, from an Oasis convenience store in Angleton. According to a criminal complaint that was later filed against Romulus, quote, Affiant learned from the Brazoria County Dispatch that a black female identified as Oninda Romulus had shot her 4 juvenile children and was currently located at the convenience store. So this complaint goes on to explain the scene that this investigator came upon at the gas station, where a white car was parked at a gas pump with the engine running, okay? Quote, a white sheet was covering a small child's body that was lying on the ground behind the vehicle. Affiant observed a second white sheet covering a body that was on the passenger side of the car between the car and the gas pump. Affiant observed the body was positioned with its body hanging halfway out of the front passenger door with legs in the vehicle and the upper torso and head on the ground. It's absolutely horrific. Now, at a news conference, authorities said that while they believe that this shooting took place inside the car, they don't know, or it's unclear where the car was when that happened. According to the investigator, the store owner arrived, let the deputy look at the surveillance footage. The investigator wrote that they were able to see a woman believed to be Romulus get out of the white car, walk around to the gas pump. It reportedly appeared like she was talking on the phone at the time. So
of course she was talking on the phone.
She's probably like talking on the speakerphone. I just asked my 2 kids over here. I don't know what to do. I got 2 other kids left.
Snowboard. She said,
streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get the money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got.
When you have dead people in the car, you're going to try to be a little nonchalant, you know, and not just be acting it like
messed up, huh? It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh my God.
This makes no sense.
Possibly sustaining gun before getting back into the driver's seat. Now, the first deputies on the scene, they tried to talk to Romulus, but when she started backing away from them and the car, that's when they detained her. That is when they realized that there was a male slumped over in the front passenger seat. He was later identified as 13-year-old Acario. They tried to render aid, but he was dead. He was dead from gunshot wounds. And that is when they saw that there were 3 other children in the back seat, also sustained gunshot wounds.
Jesus.
And despite their best efforts,
9mm.
another child, 3-year-old Amora, was pronounced dead. The 2 others, an 8-year-old, a 9-year-old, they were life flighted to a hospital. Court documents indicate multiple guns were found with Romulus, whether they were on her person or in the car, it wasn't specified. But according to the complaint, deputies had already Mirandized Romulus, so the investigator tried to talk to her to find out what happened here, but said she, quote, wasn't making any sense. And at that point, she was taken to jail. When the investigator got back to the sheriff's office, Romulus was escorted to an interview room. They wrote in the complaint that she appeared paranoid, didn't want to sit down, kept looking out the door of the interview room. But the investigator was finally able to build enough rapport with her to ask a few questions. The complaint reads, during the interview, Affiant asked Oninda Romulus why she called 911, and she stated that she couldn't talk about it. Affiant then asked several more questions as to why she called 911, and she stated, instead of them doing it to me, I'm going to do it to them. Affiant further asked, do what? Oninda Romulus stated, kill them all. At one point, when Romulus was being questioned, she reportedly said that she didn't call 911. She called, quote, the devil. Affian continued with the interview and asked Oninda Romulus
She's a
if she had
demon.
any
I've seen this story before.
Affian further asked how many children she has, and Oninda Romulus replied that she has 4 children, naming them and stating their ages. Affian asked Oninda Romulus where her children were, and she stated they were with, quote, the devil. Affian then asked what she meant by that statement, and Oninda Romulus stated they're dead. Affian asked Oninda Romulus what she meant by that statement, they're dead, and she stated, because you can't take me without me taking you.
Damn.
Oninda Romulus further stated that her children were dead to her. So authorities, they charged her with 2 counts of murder, 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and she was booked on a $14 million bond. It turns out, though, that Romulus's home was in Porter, Texas, in Montgomery County, so that's more than 60 miles away from where she was arrested. And we got
check this out. Look at this.
Saying her newborn.
Why do they?
Between couch cushions, but investigators say that was a lie. They claim her own Snapchat videos recorded just hours before tell a much darker story.
Look at that,
There's a small detail in the background of those clips. A picture frame may be the key to what really happened. Now prosecutors say she didn't lose her baby in an accident. They accuse her of murdering her 5-week-old daughter. We're digging into the chilling evidence buried.
5 weeks old.
Dude. I have very strong emotions about anybody who harms an infant.
Yeah.
Hey, AJ, can I ask you a question? Honestly, real quick. Do you think if these men who are monk mode or whatever actually took care of these adopted kids, that these stupid hoes, that these kids could actually have a better chance of survival?
Oh, hell yes.
Yes.
They could, but it's not our responsibility.
Guys, hold on. If women were to just hand their children over to men, like even guys, look, Nug's better off taking care of a kid than freaking these women. Seriously, if especially all these single moms, it's their egos that won't let them give the kid over, and the system is set up to automatically put the kid in a disadvantageous.
It's what we always say. A man will sacrifice himself for everybody, but he will sacrifice his happiness for everyone.
My point is that by them setting up child support and everything in the first place, it's automatically saying that the person that cannot care for the child the best should have the child. Think about it. If you don't have it set up to where wealth automatically goes from party A to party B, why are you giving party B the custody and not party A? Why?
Well, it's slowly starting to change, but yes, exactly. Because it used to be if a woman wanted to divorce a man, well, the children stayed with the man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she would leave and start a new family, and she'd have no baggage.
Yeah. Man, this is not good because I have a whole bunch of
But yeah, to answer your question, you could take any random guy and say, here, you've got this child, you have to take care of it. That guy is like a dog. He will kill himself to take care of that child.
He won't complain, won't whine, won't moan, won't do any of that.
Because he knows he's being judged for the eventual outcome.
Yeah. Hold on, guys. I'll let this play. Let me see here.
That's more spiritual than just doing it habitual, too. You know.
Yeah.
It's every guy, except for I think the lowliest. I can't say it, but the lowliest turds have a sense of honor and duty to others.
Yeah. That's why I would say kind of the whole, red pill, MGTOW, black pill, or whatever, is actually going against our nature as men. I mean, our nature is inherently selfless. That's what we're here to do. There's the thing. What are we sacrificing for? Is what men are asking, and nobody's been able to articulate to us what we're getting out of this. Some men are saying no until we actually show that these women and even this society is worth me working myself to death or just straight up risking my life for, I'm not doing it. So, yeah.
Series of Snapchat videos she recorded hours before the baby was found dead. In those clips, police say you can hear the 5-week-old crying while her mom, Destiny Shiverall, slurs her words, appearing heavily intoxicated. At one point, she says, quote, "I don't know if you hear the expletive baby tripping in the background."
What?
And detectives noticed something pretty chilling. A picture frame seen perfectly straight in the final video, later found hanging crooked when police arrived, suggesting there was some kind of disturbance in the room before the baby died. Now, Destiny Faith Shiverall is charged with first-degree murder, and investigators say the evidence on her own phone may reveal what really happened after the camera stopped rolling. On the day the baby died, December 5th, Shiverall posted an emotional message on Facebook, writing in part, "I don't really know what I'm supposed to say. I unexpectedly lost my beautiful baby girl. Mommy is so sorry, and I can't wait for the day we meet again. This just doesn't feel real. Just please pray for me and my family."
Making it all about herself, right, guys?
Psychotic.
Right? Yeah.
Psychotic. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that, guys.
My mind is so dark. Then, December 6th, Shiverall posted again, writing, quote, "My baby girl, you were just too perfect for Earth. I'll love and miss you with every ounce of my being.
Demons,
you
man.
were so incredibly loved. Mommy can't wait for us to meet again. Just watch over me until then."
Look at that.
Now, this case takes us back to late October with the...
Look at that, guys. Now we have a couple more cases.
And that's gaslighting to the highest degree.
Of course.
Or saying she's like, innocent.
Why can't they just give it up for adoption? What's the deal?
Because of their ego.
They're demons.
Because of their ego. Yeah, their ego, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look at this.
This mother has been charged with strangling her 3 young children. Her lawyers blame postpartum depression and her
Of course. Of course.
You've been hacked.
Yeah. This was in Mass, I think.
You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Guys, what a joke, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice if there was some mental health thing that we can just get all accountability, like use that as an excuse to dodge, zip, duck, dive, and dodge as men, right?
Yeah.
We don't have any.
standing by her. But
I have a quick. Hold on. Men can't even use PTSD when they have PTSD.
Yeah.
Soldiers that come back from Iraq and Afghanistan and Vietnam, they can't even use that as an excuse. And that's an actual real thing. Who are you saying?
I think this story might be from Mass, but either way, I think like a month and a half ago, in my state, there was I think I posted it on the Discord somewhere, but it was like a while ago. A mother deleted like the rest of her family. And they were all like trying to say like, well, she suffered from a lot of mental health issues, and like she was having a hard time, and her husband had like a brain tumor or something. So all the stress, she just crumbled under it. They come to find out like a week later, she was stealing her tits off at work, like stole like $500,000, if not more.
Damn.
And she was about to get busted. So she like took her whole family out. I forget if the husband lived, but she took like toddlers out and stuff, just like this woman right here. I think this lady's from Mass. This lady right here. I think I've seen this
Dude,
story.
you know who the
Yeah,
anchor
it was
is on
crazy.
this?
But I'm just saying, because they defended the woman by default, and then they started looking into her a little bit, and they saw like what a completely selfish person. But it wasn't really reported that much in the media. I found it on like word of mouth and like TikTok and stuff.
You know who this news anchor is? This Deborah Norville. That doesn't say anything to you, but dude, Deborah Norville started out at a radio station, a country music station in Chicago called WMAQ. Dude, I remember listening to her on the news when I was in the 4th grade.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah. Didn't you also do something? Didn't you also do Inside Edition?
Yes.
Yeah, this is Inside Edition.
She has been a journalist for damn near 50 years.
Wow.
Bro, she's what, late 60s now?
I think so.
Not bad.
She still looks good.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
dude, I remember when she
Yeah.
was first starting out. Trust me, guys, getting old sucks.
Yeah. Plus, to stay in the industry that long, she knows how to put down that thunder throat for sure.
and now she's past the menopause, so these
She's just shooting up the club as hard as possible. Yeah.
She knew exactly what she was doing. Amber Cogliano with the story that we should warn you has details that may be upsetting for some viewers.
How could this happen? A mom accused of strangling her 3 kids.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor. 32-year-old Lindsay Clancy spoke from her hospital bed.
Threw herself
Yes,
out
from
the
Mass.
window, and now she's
Yeah.
paralyzed.
Yeah. They sent the husband out for Chinese food or something.
Yeah,
and then she did all this.
Oh hell! I'm surprised she didn't throw batteries at the kids.
Yeah, guys, and now she's paralyzed because she tried to self-delete by jumping and landing on her head, and now
some people are really fucking stupid.
You know what?
You know,
And we
You know
pay
what?
to like
Good.
support her living probably too.
Yeah, but
At her
she's
bail
stuck now.
hearing, police say she tried to jump out a second-floor window after strangling her children in the basement of her home.
Still party across the top floor of the house.
She is now paralyzed from the waist down. Clancy
Oh,
was a
the
labor
waist.
and delivery nurse.
Stupid ass, and she was a nurse too.
She even made videos for newborn mothers.
So there are a lot of benefits for both mother and baby.
Her lawyers say she was suffering from postpartum depression
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
and postpartum psychosis. But prosecutors say she was clear thinking and planned the murders.
She used Apple Maps
Yeah,
to
she
make sure
did.
she would have enough time to strangle each child before her husband returned from where she had sent him. The defendant did not take advantage of the situation when her husband left the home that night. She created the situation.
The prosecutor said Clancy
Hold up,
used an
hold up.
exercise band.
Dumbass.
Strangulation is very up close and personal.
Yeah. And
That
people think
is
that it's like on the movies where they hold them for a little. No, you got to hold someone. You got to
No.
it's guys. You got to strangle them for a while. This isn't
That-
like
Jesus.
like you're a jiu-jitsu black belt and you can really get the torque.
AJ, can I say something about being choked out?
Hold on. If you see even people, Korg, you were in the military. Have you ever? You were.
I was
in the
Navy. I didn't do any combat
but like
stuff.
you've seen how long that it takes someone to like almost drown, right? You know how like in the movies it makes it look like they just drown like immediately. It's like no, dude.
Oh yeah,
drowning takes a while.
Yes.
You know, so but Cord, you were saying, and then Jonathan can go.
No, it was Jonathan. I was just going to
Yeah,
say
Jonathan, you were
it's
saying?
just serious evil to strangle a child.
Well, in combatives, you learn strangulation and chokeholds, and you learn blood chokes and air chokes. Blood chokes are a whole lot quicker, and the problem is when somebody's knocked out, if you leave them alone, they'll start coming too. So when you're strangling somebody, you're knocking them out, and then they're coming to, trying to get breath again, and you got to keep that airway off of them until they completely die off. Like that's pretty brutal, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How much she likes she gets choked? How much you think she likes to get choked in bed, though? Come on.
Oh, that's how she got these two kids in the first place. Oh.
5-year-old Cora, 3-year-old Dawson, and 8-month-old Callan.
She had to strangle each of them to unconsciousness.
Yeah.
And then make sure the bands were squeezing their little necks for several minutes.
Clancy's defense attorney says she was seeking help that did not come in time.
Yeah, right.
She was having bad thoughts. She was having worsening depression. This is
So she should have jumped in her car and drove, and said, "I'm having crazy
Yeah.
thoughts." And she should have left the house and not come back. but it's
no, it was
ego.
completely premeditated. The whole
It's
thing.
ego.
I've seen a little
The
documentary.
older I
on
get,
this.
the older I get, the less I believe that postpartum is a thing.
Yeah, because guys,
I think it's just feel sorry for me because I'm no longer with.
And
this
it's her
big
third
belly.
kid.
Yeah,
right.
Where's the dad in all this? He couldn't have just kept the kids.
No, she
were
sent
married.
them out to get Chinese food. They had a pretty good marriage, actually. The guy was a good guy.
Yeah,
wasn't,
so
like,
she
hitting her or
plotted all
anything.
this.
See, that's what I'm saying. This is premeditated. I saw a little documentary on this, actually. And she
How do you
sent
think
them out to the store. She's like, honey, can we have Chinese tonight? I sent the order in. She even called to send the order in and pay for it and be like, do you mind driving while I get the kids ready? And then the guy was like, oh, yeah, sure. He came back and they were all dead.
Yeah, and
she's an idiot throwing herself out a second-story window. Yeah, terrible.
Like nothing happened. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, the basement was locked. So when he came home, he was like, looking around, thought they were in the backyard, thought they were upstairs, just in the main part of the house. And then he had to kind of kick the basement door down. And then he walked into all of them in the boiler room or type basement thing.
Yeah.
And they're all dead. And then she was on the ground like all messed up on the ground.
Landing on her head. Yeah. I'm trying to find a chart of the increase in infanticide. Now I know that it's been going up. Oh, here we go. Child murder by mothers.
There's a lot of dark occult families out there in that area too.
Look at this. So when a young child is deleted, so look at this. Guys, most frequent perpetrator is the victim's step parent. Damn. But hold on. But women do it most of the time. Maternal filicide is defined as a child deletion by the mother. Infanticide is by the first year of life. Look at that, guys.
Wow.
I'm trying to figure out if this has been on the rise. I think it has been for the last 30 or 40.
Yeah. And it's married women who have a pretty good lifestyle. Like the other one that I was saying was from New Hampshire. It was very similar to that. And she had a good lifestyle, nice house, nice husband, nice family, nice area to live in. Looks like she had a pretty good life. And she would post to TikTok and stuff a lot, but she was also we found out that she was stealing from work and just a completely selfish person. Her husband was having brain cancer and she was still making it all about her.
Here you go, guys.
A bunch of stuff like that.
Look at this. Look at this. After a period of decline between 2007 and 2013, the average child deletion rate in the U.S. has increased by an average of 4.3% each year. Look at that.
Wow.
Look.
Each year?
Each year.
What? Each year. Holy crap, dude.
And that's just documented, right?
Yeah. Mothers are generally more likely than fathers to delete infants. Look at that. Here we go. Patterns and prevention. Let's see if we can see this here.
It's gonna all be probably useless.
Yeah, or they're over because it makes chicks look bad. They're gonna bury the information in here.
Yeah.
I'll have to find it,
one
guys.
or the
I'll have
other.
to see if there's a good
clear. A tragic.
Clancy's husband, Patrick, says he forgives his wife. And so does this man. You might
What a simp.
Look at that, see?
That guy's one of the biggest simps of the year.
I forgive her, man. I forgive her.
Beta man.
And now he's going to be paying the medical bills to keep that dunderhead like Stephen Hawking, an evil Stephen Hawking.
Here we go. Your filicide arrests. Okay.
He's the husband of the notorious Andrea Yates, who drowned their 5 children in a bathtub 22 years ago.
The next step of forgiveness, I'd say, is understanding it's a sickness. Like in this case, you can do all you...
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
You can at home, but you really can't protect yourself from a psychotic person at home. I mean, they get up in the middle of the night, light the house on fire.
George Parnham was Andrea Yates' attorney.
To come to a realization that you took the lives of the people that you gave life to, they have to live with this for the rest of their lives.
Dr. Catherine Berndorf treats women
And
with
he's just making
postpartum
money off of
depression.
it.
She was not in her, quote, right mind.
The lie detector determined that
Yeah,
was
you
a
don't
lie.
say.
She's crazy-eyed too.
Yeah, she is.
That
Yeah,
by
she's
killing her kids,
insane.
by killing herself, that she was probably helping them. She was not in a sane state of mind.
Dr. Berndorf's.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. We have a couple more stories, and then I have a bunch of TikToks that I was gonna pull up,
A
but
community is in
TikTok's
mourning
not working
after a
for me.
shocking crime against children. A Georgia mother is charged with
Jesus Christ.
Jesus, man. Oh my God. Jesus. Oh. Dude, we're watching some heavy stuff tonight.
Look,
I'ma kill your bitch ass, bitch!
man, look at the evilness in this chick's eyes, man. You know what I'm saying?
2 counts of murder after
It's like a B-dub Pennywise.
sons in the
Yeah.
oven and turned it
It's like a
on.
pit bull with a wig.
Watch. Listen.
For shocking crime against children. A Georgia mother is charged with 2 counts of murder after police say she put her 2 young sons in the oven and turned it
What?
Oh my God, man. I don't even want to watch this anymore. This is crazy.
Yeah, I'm getting sick.
Yeah, dude, those kids are cooked.
Guys, oh! I see what you did there.
Oh my God, man.
I mean, guys,
That's
guys,
the only way I can
you know,
handle watching something like this.
Guys, we gotta laugh to keep
Yeah.
it fun. And of course, it's in Atlanta. Of course, right?
2 young sons in the oven and turned it on. The bodies of 1-year-old Jacarter Penn and 2-year-old Kayunti Penn were found in their apartment over the weekend. Police say they had burns on their bodies and arrested
And she
their
has
mother,
Tylenol brain.
24-year-old Lamora Williams. Her family members say she had mental health problems and would often leave the children alone in the apartment. The children's father set
It's
up a
kind of like
GoFundMe
child
account
services maybe should have
saying
done
he wants to
something.
prevent other
Yeah,
children
good luck.
from being hurt. For InsideEdition.com, I'm Mara Mara.
Yeah, those apartments are going to be haunted.
Now, guys, does anyone have any stories? Any mom stories? I know that Anonymous, Colin's got a few. But yeah, guys, my mom, she was a terrible mom, horrible mom, and we don't really talk to this day because she was just never been a positive influence on my life. My dad, he was always the one that was encouraging. You know what I'm saying? He would go to all my band practice and all football games, all that. Even though he was working all the time, right? And my parents were married, but like if you have an evil mom, it messes with you so much, guys. And the best thing that you can do is to cut your mother off and just don't let her be a part of your life. Especially once you become an adult and you have all your own things going on, you need to realize that knowing you should be seen as a privilege, especially when you are successful. Guys, a toxic, narcissistic, dunderheaded mom is one of the worst things that can ever happen to you. And guys, there is no end game. All they live for is drama and just chaos. And they will not stop until everyone in their orbit's life is just as chaotic as theirs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Colin, you want to start off?
Well, yeah, sure.
Guys, I'm going to drop off and just restart my computer really fast. But Colin, the floor is yours.
Okay. Well, so several months ago, AJ had he did a stream about, I think it was the Mother's Day special, and he kind of let me go on quite a monologue. So I won't go into too long of a monologue here again, but man, the goddamn that wretched effing goddamn itch. Man, the way basically, long story short, I mean, I could go on for hours and hours and hours, but the way I think I kind of want to just sort of summarize it is that really, the only real good thing that my mother has done for me is was passing away at a relatively young age, because in her late 60s. I'm sorry. Because apparently in her late 60s, whatever issues she had going on, her outlet was just extreme food addiction, and she basically ate herself to death. That said, yeah, she did have a very small amount, that she left behind for me. She also, even though my grandpa didn't plan this, but she also left me with a $436,000 mortgage. And the only reason I decided to, keep the house is because, thanks to my grandpa, there was already well over $100,000 of equity in it, which, being a man, I managed to make it work. So 3 years later, I've, let's just say I've managed to turn, a little over 100,000 of equity into, about 300,000 of equity. That said, I still got a good ways to go on my mortgage, but anyways, this, like I said, the only real good thing this woman has done for me is that she passed away, and she ate herself to deletion relatively young. Just for perspective, goddamn, I'm going on a monologue here again, but I'm sorry.
You're all good, dude. Yeah, this is a tough topic to try and try and kind of summarize,
but just as a perspective, she in her late 60s, she went from being the typical fat white woman to in just a couple years to a typical fat white woman to, holy Jesus, how is this creature even still alive? And even though this woman was pissing me off to the point where I was at the point where
Colin, can you explain though, like what she would do to make your life miserable?
Well,
you guys,
first of all,
guys, can you hear this?
Here's the thing about being single.
Yes, we can hear it. Yeah.
Okay. Thank
yeah,
God.
perfectly.
I figured it out. All right, let's go. All right. Keep going, Colin.
Okay, so first and foremost, the most important thing is that she basically denied me a relationship with my father. So long story short, I've said this before. I was born in Germany. My mother, she in her basically late 20s, early 30s, somewhere in there, she decided that the whole American family is crazy, and she had to go to Europe and travel. Anyway, she ended up in Germany. She found my dad. They got hitched up, and lo and behold, Dad was shooting up the club, and here I am, right? Long story short, they were only married for only about 2 years, just slightly over 2 years, because they got divorced when I was about maybe 3.5 months old, because my dad, so let me back up. When I was a kid and when I was a young teenager, I always kept asking my mother, like, what happened? What happened with you and Dad? What happened? What happened? What happened? And the only thing I ever got was that, oh, well, we were always constantly arguing about money problems. And then one day he smacked me, so I had to go. I was like, whoa. And now I'm going to circle back to this again. So I was like, for, most of my life, I kind of actually believed that. I was like, well, if a dude is, laying hands on a female, I mean, come on, dude, what self-respecting
But it's
man?
gaslighting, so you didn't question it any farther.
Exactly.
Guys, this is a new age now, because these women, they would do that, and they still do, because they know that the average person won't question that. But they make themselves the victims. Basically, guys, we don't believe shit. We don't believe anything. I don't believe any of these chick stories anymore, guys. Because how many times have we seen false accusations, all this other stuff now? And you see, like, because they would think, how dare you question a woman's claim of SA? How dare you question a woman's DV? It's like, and it's all lies. Sorry,
exactly. Victim blaming.
Yeah. So, once she passed away, and, once I had to start, I had to, open up that proverbial closet and clean out the skeletons. I found a bunch of German court documents, and actually it turns out that it was actually my father who filed for divorce. And also it looked like, because he was actually, he was making really good money with Lufthansa, which is basically like the German equivalent of Boeing. He was going to get custody of me. So what did my mother do? When I was only, 3.5, 4 months old, she went crying and whining to my grandfather, and she had to suddenly flee the country and run back to America, right? Of course.
Damn. So she just kidnapped you.
Well, I guess that, that's actually kind of an accurate term. Yeah, basically,
that's
she was
crazy.
So she was so vindictive that, she couldn't handle the fact that, the one and only man that she was ever able to lock down after just a couple years was like, no, listen, this is insanity. We're not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
So anyways, long story short,
she must have really been bad then for him to do that.
Dude,
women
you know what
cannot
I mean?
handle
3.5
if
months.
they're losing in the divorce.
Yeah, there you go. Guys, in the chat, guys, put a yes or a no if you agree with us that that's kidnapping. That's in the chat.
It's human trafficking.
Yes or no? Yeah.
So
that's
crazy. So anyways, long story short, we end up when I was just a little tiny baby, we end up in Chicago until I was almost 5 years old. And I had no memory of any of this. And my mother, she decides, once again, somehow, the rest of the family, they're all crazy and there's all kinds of problems. And she had to once again flee the country and go back to Germany. And now, from my very early memories, I've said this before, I'm like 99.999% positive or sure that she tried to rekindle things with my father. And my dad was like, we already tried this. No. And mind you, by this time, he had himself the younger, way hotter girlfriend, which, by the way, he was with that woman they were both together for the rest of their lives.
And that must have really pissed her off right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And, by the way, during all this time, back both in Germany and when we came back to America again, when I was almost 12, she tried dating and she never got past a first date with any man. Who knows?
Jesus.
Yeah, I obviously I wasn't on
You
those.
should take the credit for that. You got a kid? Hell no.
But guys, here, really fast.
Serious question. Did you ever meet your old man?
Oh yeah, actually,
oh, nice.
Yeah, no. In fact,
cool.
When we went back to Germany, and because my mother, so when we went back to Germany, my father, when she tried to rekindle things with her, my dad straight up, of course, as a female, of course, she tried to milk a bunch of money out of him. And my dad was like, no. If you're gonna try to take this back to court, I'm gonna take custody of Colin. And,
hold up. He didn't say that. He said 9999999.
right. But so anyway, she for whatever reason.
She was gaslighting him, or in Germany they call it gas chambering.
Oh God, you dick! Thank you.
Guys, here.
Hold on. Let Colin finish.
So, anyways, so my mother, she never pursued it. So basically, from the age of, basically 5 years until I was almost 12. I got to live in a life of extreme poverty. I mean, we're talking like extreme poverty. Like most days, I didn't get to eat if I didn't go to the babysitter after school. Which, by the way, I had to take myself to school. I had to then also take myself to the babysitter.
How old?
I'm sorry?
How old were you when you had to do this?
For all the way from 5 until almost 12.
Damn.
Yeah. So the only reason I got to eat food was when I went to the babysitter, because in Germany, well, back then, it was, kind of the cultural norm was that you eat your big meal during the middle of the day, not at dinner time, right?
Right.
So anyways, long story short, 5 to 12, so that was basically about 7 years. And keep in mind, I'm going to loop back to this here because I figured out why that was right about 7 years. Come 1992, the election of, the good, according to her, the good Lord Savior, Willie Clinton. Apparently, it was time to move back to America, and we came to Bellevue, Washington. And anyways, long story short, my teenage years, okay, they were slightly better, only because she had extremely well-paying jobs. She had the opportunity of a lifetime with Microsoft, but of course, she managed to F that up with a false essay accusation against one of her supervisors. But
against Bill Gates. Against Bill Gates.
No, actually, no. Not new. No, it was one of her immediate supervisors, but actually, believe it or not, she actually managed to go on a date with Paul Allen. But anyways,
what?
Damn.
She managed to F that up too. But anyways, the false essay accusation she did against one of her immediate supervisors. The HR department, basically, to avoid any problems, they gave her own office, her own. Basically, they created an entirely new job just for her, and they actually wanted to pay for her to go through counseling. Well, she refused to do that. So the HR department. They did this for 3 months, and she wasn't complying with anything that they were wanting. And after 3 months, the Microsoft HR department mind you, this is in the mid to late
They're
90s.
a very liberal company. They don't fire anyone.
Super liberal. After 3 months, the HR department at Microsoft.
What year period? Mid to late.
All right,
You're fired.
Jonathan. Hey man, can you use some headphones or whatever? Because you have an echo coming from your end, so I can hear you talk and then I can hear us talk. So
just cue me in when you want to ask me a question because I don't have headphones that'll jack in.
Okay.
So, anyways, long story short, my teenage years, by this time, I basically, I spent pretty much almost no time at home. I was always out with my friends and my girlfriend in high school. I went to Wyoming for a year to go to Wyoming Technical Institute. That's kind of, before
it's like
that,
mechanical stuff.
Yeah. Well, I started working at basically the local, muffler and brake shop. And, I went to Wyoming Technical Institute for, diesel heavy truck training. Came back, went back to the muffler shop because I realized that working on those big heavy trucks, oh man, dude, that is some nasty ass work. You don't want it. But anyways, long story short,
tough, man.
But anyways,
how was it working at the muffler shop? Damn it! Sorry, I was going to say muffler, but like with hope.
You played yourself. It's about
I have
time.
to try. Yeah, damn it.
But anyways, long story short, throughout all these years, in my teenage years, all her money problems, everything always somehow was my fault. Like, I'm like, there wasn't a single week that went by where somehow, whatever money emergency, somehow was my fault. I'm like, I kept thinking to myself, I'm like, I don't know how much money you're making, Mom, but I'm pretty sure you're making more than enough money to pay the electric bill. I'm pretty sure you're making more than enough money to pay the rent. Like, everything was always my fault. There was always some kind of a problem that was somehow always was my fault. And, I just didn't argue. I just didn't fight it. I just learned to just basically shut up. I learned to be the, the whipping boy or the punching bag, right? So anyways, fast forward, in my own weird, convoluted way, I kind of somewhat managed to make somewhat of a life for myself. And, and she's getting old and getting into, the old age. And of course, there's still that part of me who's like, well, your mom, yeah, she's a real bitch and she's a real asshole, but
she's
come
my
on,
mom,
man.
and I love her, man. Yeah. I've been there.
What kind of asshole don't take care of their own mom?
That's probably our DNA.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So, anyways, in her late 60s, and this is kind of part of, I basically kind of went back to sort of, somewhat taking care of, well, not like taking care of her, but like kind of taking care of her. And this is actually kind of how I ended up with my house, actually, is that for once in her life, she actually listened to me when, I put down, a good chunk of money myself here too, but for once in her life, she actually listened to me, and she actually did the right thing. Like, the mortgage that I inherited, this $436,000 mortgage. She actually she did it the right way. She actually put down like it ended up being like 21%, between my grandpa and the money that I had, and whatever bit that she had. Like, she actually did it right way. Like, the mortgage doesn't have PMI on it. She didn't do it like most of these broads do now, where, they go through an FHA program and they only put down, 3%. I think a couple last week on another stream, I mentioned now they have programs where these idiot morons can put down as little as 1%.
Yeah, 1.5%.
Yeah.
Yeah, not smart.
But anyways, this is already where, already a couple years had gone by where I kept telling her, I was like, Mom, there's something seriously wrong with you. You're every single week you're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You're almost 70 years old. You've gone from being, obese to you are morbidly obese. Like, I mean, no, seriously. Like,
this is kind of funny.
no, it is. Well, actually, no, it is funny. It is, but I kept telling her, dude. I even tried to get the rest of the family involved, and of course, I was vilified.
Guys, stop and hit the like button, guys. I appreciate that, guys. I'm trying to hit 30,000 subs before the end of the year, so make sure you are subbed. And yeah, Colin, keep going.
So, anyways, when it finally came time to actually, do the paperwork for the house and everything, I straight up, I was like, we're not going to do this unless you're going to make a serious change. Like, you're going to start taking care of yourself. Like, you're not going to be going to that refrigerator every 15, 20 minutes because, I mean, you're killing yourself here. And the way this is going right now, if we do this, you're going to die, and you're going to die very, very soon. And unless you make a major, major change right now, you're going to end up leaving me with a huge, huge mess of problems. And oh boy, was I wrong. It was even worse than that. Anyways, long story short,
she didn't like the humble pie.
Was that?
She didn't like the humble pie.
Well, no, I thought she did, and for a couple of weeks, actually, she it seemed like she was actually trying. But 3 weeks after moving into the house here, I had to call the paramedics and get her hauled off to the hospital. And 4 days in the hospital when she was intubated because of respiratory failure, she had a massive stroke, and she
that was it. Damn.
Yeah, that was it. So anyways, of course, now here comes a time where now I find out where one of the very few things that she ever told me that was very true. Remember going back to my dad, where she said that we were always fighting about money problems, and one day that didn't happen. The one day where he supposedly did something, that didn't happen. The money problems. Oh my God. The problem was her. I had to go through her finances. And let me tell you this, in 2023 and the early part of 2024, I've had more dealings with the IRS than all of us put together will ever have in our entire lifetimes.
Damn.
That sucks.
Yeah, so I ended up finding some old documents where, remember I was telling you that when I was 5 in Chicago, we suddenly, she suddenly had to flee the country and go back to Germany, and then 7 years later we came back. Well, I come to find out she got herself into deep shit with the IRS, and guess what the statute of limitations is with the IRS? 7 years.
Ah, okay.
Right.
So Colin, question for you. Quick.
What's that?
So kind of what would, like, okay, if there is a guy who's in your situation and he's dealing with your mom, what would you have with a mom like yours? What would you have him do?
Well, if you don't stand to inherit anything substantial, cut her off. Don't even. Just completely write her out of your life. Just don't even bother with the. Well, I'll just keep her at arm's length. No. Just basically, just treat her as if she doesn't exist anymore. So. Just real quick here, just to kind of wrap it up. I come to find out, you know, all the crap that I had to pay an accountant, let's just say a little bit more than an ass load of effing money to sort out for me, was that come to find out twice in her life, she got herself back in trouble with the IRS again. Twice in her life, the IRS just came in and basically they completely seized all her 401k accounts. They just took it. They just took the money. She still didn't do anything. The third time, no, get this. I'm dead serious. I'm not even exaggerating. The third time, the IRS actually sent her a letter, and the letter said, you have 30 days to get all your unfiled taxes taken care of, including the past due owed amounts. Otherwise, we will seize every single asset that you have. Which, if you think about this, so people think, well,
they'll Waco, Texas, you.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
They're not like, basically they sent her a 30-day warning saying, we're not just going to take your bank accounts or your retirement accounts. We're going to show up at your door with people who have badges and guns.
Yeah.
Right. And we will take any and everything that has any value. And I'm assuming they would probably also put her in cuffs and haul her off to jail too. But anyways, miraculously, with that same document, I also found the receipt for a cashier's check and the receipt for a certified letter going to the IRS, and that cashier's check. Let's just say that cashier's check was very, very sizable. So anyways, fast forward even further, by the time she finally, croaked, she had done it again. She got herself in trouble with the goddamn IRS. The only reason that I got lucky and that every single penny that she left behind, which by the way wasn't a whole lot, it was because she had passed away. So basically, the IRS, I guess, but whatever the laws might be, they basically just allowed me to basically just clean up the final mess and say, hey, sorry that happened, but don't worry, she's dead, so it's not going to happen ever again.
Debt basically dies with the obliger. And so if their estate can't stand good for it, they just write it off as non-recoverable.
Yep.
That's the thing I always try to convey in any of these talks that we have, that people say, oh, you can inherit somebody else's debt. No, you can't.
Well,
debt cannot be reassigned without a contract renegotiation. So, Colin could not be held accountable for his mom's debts. It goes with her estate.
Much, guys.
Well, that's 99% true. The only debt is that the mortgage for my house.
And that's different because you can actually, mortgagers don't care. As long as the mortgage is being paid, if it's taken out in somebody else's name, they don't care.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I did get lucky. Other than the IRS, there wasn't too much there, as far as debt and such. But
Can I just say something? Let's call them Iris. I don't really want to be saying I think let's call it Iris. Code it.
No, we can say the IRS.
Okay.
There's nothing. That's fine. So guys, here, check this out. Watch.
I hate you, motherfuckers. The fuck?
Look at this. This is a mom talking to her kids. Here's kid.
Yeah.
That's right. Watch.
I hate all of my kids. Every single one of them. That's why I kicked them all out. But this motherfucker don't want to leave. The fucking bum ass that talks all the shit. Do you think this camera phased me? Do you think that?
You go on YouTube, TikTok.
I don't care.
We know you don't.
I don't care.
We know you don't.
You want to call me a bitch in
See
my
that
house?
tattoo?
Put the camera right there on the food where I'm cooking.
That's one of them.
I just own you.
You're not my you.
Yep, there's one on her back, just like I thought.
So,
Or maybe not. Maybe not.
I don't eat pork chop. What else?
Yeah, guys. All right.
But anyways,
guys, someone has an echo. Can everyone mute? Okay.
It was
So anyways, just to summarize, long story short, the one, the money, the financial stuff, you know what? I got it dealt with. It's fine. Well, no, it's not fine, but that's at this point, that's water under the bridge. The biggest thing that I will never ever forgive her for is she denied me a relationship with my father. Man,
Do you know what happened to him?
I imagine
You got treated like a pawn, basically.
Right. But as far as my father is concerned, I imagine at this point he's probably passed away because he was. So she croaked at 70 and a half, and I know that he was like 6 or 7 years older than her, and for like a good 24, 25 years of his life, he was like like 2.5, 3 packs of unfiltered Lucky Strike smoker a day. So
oh hell, that builds character.
Yeah.
Dude, my old man smoked unfiltered cigarettes from the time he was probably 16 until he was in his early 60s.
Yeah, but I did get to see him when so this is about when I was still running my own shop, which, by the way, was called Affinitive Automotive in Woodinville, Washington. So this would have been about, at this point now, this would have been, 15?
Yeah, just give a rough estimate.
Yeah, about 15 years ago. One day I'm at the shop, I'm putting an estimate together for a customer, and and my mom calls me and she's like, "Hey, are you busy?" I'm like, well, not too busy. What's up? What's going on? She's like, Walter is in town with his girlfriend, Kate. I was like, wait, what? What are you talking about? He's like, and she's like, well, I guess apparently they're doing like an RV tour of Western America. And Walter says he wants to come by and say hello. I'm like, okay, okay, fine, whatever. So I did get to see him. Okay, well, that's not me.
Guys, let me see if that's better. Guys, I have an echo coming from someone. Guys, please. Okay, guys. So we have larger panels now. Guys, I need everyone, please get some headphones or some AirPods or something, because that really, really, really helps. Turn YouTube off in the background. And if your sound even is bad, mute until you talk. But guys, if you're gonna calling us, it's YouTube has this thing where if it's trying to be a speaker and then StreamYard is trying to pick up the microphone at the same time, it can't click over fast enough, and it's gonna ruin the sound. So guys, go and get a cheap set of headphones. Go get some AirPods. Go get some knockoff AirPods. Do something so that the microphone on your phone or on your computer or on your laptop is not trying to. It can't do both at the same time. It just can't.
Yeah.
So
anyways, just a final word here. So basically, my dad and his, which by the way, at that time, even his girlfriend, oh man, yeah, they would have been in their 60s at that point. Damn, dude, she still had it going on, man. I gotta tell you, my dad, dude,
That's awesome.
But anyways, I got to see him for about 10-15 minutes, and basically, he just basically gave me a big hug, and without saying it, he just basically looked at me. He gave me that long, deep stare, and he was like, "Son, I'm really sorry. I wish it could have worked out, but well, it just couldn't work." And of course, that goddamn mother of mine, she was just, oh, dude, I could tell she was just steaming out of the ears. I mean, she was.
I'm gonna kill your bitch ass, bitch.
Your mother was not going there in the head, and so I'm going to didn't work out.
We
think 99 lost balloons. Yeah, and we have sauerkraut in the RV.
Yeah, he has only young imagine as one's girlfriend, not fair.
And we listen to techno, yeah.
And we dance like this, yeah.
So anyways, I'm sorry, I just went on a long monologue again, but I'd love to hear your other guys' stories.
But the thing about the whole views on moms hasn't caught up, just like anything else with this society, where people treat moms like
they're untouchable.
Yeah, they're untouchable.
This whole nonsense of they create life. No, they don't.
Yeah, it's true. And guys, once again, these women want to elevate motherhood to basically godhood. You know what I'm saying? Oh, if you're a mom, then you're going through all this stuff. It's like, first of all, you only have one kid, whereas women had like 7, 8, 9, 10 back in the day. And they were doing more manual labor around the house. You know what I'm saying? They had to think about what it took to actually cook breakfast for 8 people back in the day. You had to go out and get the fire for the stove. You had to get the eggs from the chicken coop. You know what I mean? Cut the bacon off the friggin' pig carcass, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Cook all that food, clean the dishes, and then you'd have to do laundry for 10, 12 people. It's crazy. You know what I mean? And they were working on farms, and they were going and working at the market and doing all this other stuff. So this whole thing, women now have it so easy, but act like they're the most oppressed. Guys, here you go. Here you watch.
Imagine being a little boy. Genuinely imagine being a little boy, and you want to just get on mommy's phone. You just want to check out her phone, and you go to her TikTok, and you find out that she's talking so much shit about you. You're just going through life, going through puberty, going through changes, just being a little shit like most children are. And your mom is online talking about how much she fucking hates you and wishes that she aborted you. And the fact that you are her oppressor and how you're going to grow up and you're probably going to hate her. Like, imagine how that would feel. And not even that. Not even imagine if it was your mom. Imagine you're just a little boy. Because there are like 16-year-old boys, 14-year-old boys. There's 13-year-olds on this fucking app. Imagine them scrolling through this app, seeing parents talking about how much they wanted to abort them and how they are aborting them and how much they hate them and how much they are oppressors. Do you really think that a little boy is going to see that and he's not going to feel anything? You don't think that he's going to want to retaliate? Like, what the fuck? They hate me, so why? I'm just going to hate them back because what is this? Like, literally imagine a little boy seeing that. Thank God there's people with brains.
This girl gets off to this stuff.
Take a look at these comments under this comment thread and tell me, if you were a little boy seeing this, how are you not feeling hatred or other feelings? This is what it says. I genuinely cannot fathom giving birth to a male. Like, I cannot see them as equal human beings. They are subhuman in my eyes, and it actually enrages me when a woman says she loves her little boy, like it repels me that she's capable of loving that thing.
So first,
this could be a psyop.
Are you fucking serious?
These are the same chicks that say that they're gonna choose the bear. Snowboard, you aren't on TikTok or Instagram a lot, but guys, what girls say this all the time. Secret.
Yeah.
You remember Cynthia G?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You remember, Gregory,
story.
V6 had a hashtag abort black male babies that was
What?
going viral. Yes. Guys,
I remember that.
Hold on.
I'm out of touch. I don't really use any social media.
Everything that
Thankfully
they
you
say
don't, or your
about,
IQ would be dropped about 80 points.
Everything that they say about Red Pill and MGTOW, about how we're a hate group and all stuff, these feminists fit the bill exactly.
Yeah.
The things they say about men is absolutely out of pocket. It's insane. And guys, it's so funny that they say men should hope that if they got power, that they would never treat us like we've treated them. No. Women better hope that we never treat them the way that they wish that they could treat us. Right, guys?
Yeah.
Seriously, because we have the power to put them all in cages and we don't do it. But you know for a fact that if women got some type of physical superiority over us, we would be cooked. They fantasize about doing violence and harm to all of us. It's absolutely insane. And yes, this is one big psyop. Yes. Oh, guys, here.
That's what I was saying. Is she's like advertising it.
Watch.
You're telling me little boys aren't going to come across that, and they're not going to feel something about it. Y'all are the oppressors. The call is coming from inside the house.
That's right. Now, guys, here, check this out. Let me do this, guys. So Rachel Wilson cooked this beluga on a debate over feminism, right? And hold on, standpoint theory. Look at this. So, guys, look at this. Has anyone heard of standpoint theory?
No.
Okay.
I haven't.
Standpoint theory is a critical framework arguing that an individual's social position based on race, gender, class, etc. shapes their experiences and knowledge, providing a unique, sometimes more insightful perspective on society, especially for marginalized groups who see power structures differently than dominant groups. That means that they think that the more oppression check boxes that you check off, the more wise and noble you are. You know what I'm saying? So that would mean, if you do the math, Snowboard, Cord, Colin, Jonathan, all you white dudes, because you guys are obviously the oppressors. You guys don't know anything. You're ignorant. You're just morons. And blacks, women, LDHD teachers. He means our point of view is more important than yours because we have a more holistic view of the world because we don't have anything because we've been oppressed. This is the basis of woke, dunderheaded
division
ideology. Look at that. So it posits that while all knowledge is situated, marginalized standpoints offer an epistemic advantage, revealing blind spots and dominant viewpoints, though it does face critiques for essentialism. So look, it says marginalized groups, due to their opposition to dominant power structures, often gain a clear, more critical understanding of how society actually works.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Guys, I try to not swear, but this is not the biggest bunch of bullshit I've ever heard in my entire life. Because first of all, like, what do you mean by marginalized? Right? It's making a whole lot of assumptions. A dude can be a white guy, but let's just say that he's from rural West Virginia. He's in the bottom 2% of people. He's more poor than anyone else in the world than anyone else in the United States. The mountain's been fracked, the water lights on fire, the coal mine closed, there's opioids everywhere. So he's more poor and isolated than 99% of the population. Oh, but because he's a white guy, we have to listen to freaking Glocktavia over there over him. What a joke. What an absolute joke.
And AJ, just real quick on the whole Cynthia G thing. Now, guys, don't torch me too much in the comments because I'm going back on memory. So this was a chick who said this was a B-dub who said some of the most hateful shiznick about black men. And she had a pretty large platform, and she was super critical. And what she ended up doing was getting knocked up by the quintessential Pookie Ray Ray Nug Nug.
By a Nug Nug. Yep.
Who had other babies out there he wasn't taking care of.
Yep, that's true.
And if memory serves me correct, I think she ended up having his baby.
Of course she did.
And she said he had his baby, and I think it was a boy on top of that.
Yep.
God don't like ugly.
Yeah. It just doesn't make any sense, guys. It makes no sense. And guys, these once women started acting like they have some other purpose besides taking care of their children, that's when things really, really, really started going down the toilet. That's when these chicks said, oh, well, my life was stolen from me by having kids. You know what I'm saying? What an absolute joke. And it's
I want to go back to Colin. So something that you said about something about your story that I just found disturbing. When your mother told you that your father was in town, she referred to him by his first name instead of saying your father's in town.
Right? Yeah.
And so that just goes into, so men, you've heard me say this so many times, that when it comes to the women that you choose to be with, that you need to be, so discrimination is not a bad word. Discriminating, if you look it up, just simply means to carefully choose. I'm gonna repeat that one more time. I'm gonna do my Dr. Umar. To carefully choose. To carefully choose. When it comes to the women, so I have not always been very discriminating in the women that I pipe down, because you already know my motto. What's my motto? 2 condoms and no kissing. So I've not always been very discriminating, but I am extremely discriminating with the women I choose to be with, and I vet them. And as I've gotten older, my vetting has gotten better. So in regards to this panel tonight, for me, I'm coming into this from the mentality that this just further shows how extremely important that men like us, men in this community, that a woman needs to qualify in order to get our seed. Because here's the thing, it goes beyond you and her. Now it affects your legacy, your children.
Yeah.
And that's all. And that's what I'm gonna say for now. I'm gonna get off my soapbox.
Yeah.
And I apologize. I was on a new tablet, and now I'm on my computer, my headset. So I apologize to the sound quality.
You're all good, guys.
We'll note this on your performance evaluation.
Look at this.
Kids, let me tell you why I regret having children. Of course, I love my kids. I think they're like the best thing in the world.
Apparently not. If you're putting this on the internet, you absolute dunderhead. Look at that.
Yeah.
Guys. You stupid woman. Clown world, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, guys.
And you notice too at the beginning of it, she's like putting her hair up like she's about to start slobbing knob. Like, why did you know what I'm saying? That's a show to like make it seem that it's like a subliminal thing.
Yep.
And the reason I regret having children is because I don't think this world deserves children. The world that we live in does not deserve children. This world is so...
No, you don't deserve all the food you eat.
Let's see what her take was on
Regret of having kids is going viral right now. And although I understand both perspectives of those that are not fond of this viral trend,
neck tattoo
are fond of, I just wanted to break it down a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Nose ring.
Single mother that is not necessarily financially well off or born into wealth and lacking a village. And my personal opinions.
Her hand tattoos. You know what? I don't care about guys,
She's a walking hepatitis bank.
Yeah. Look at that, guys.
I have so many girlfriends that are like, I love my kid, but I still want my life from before I had my kid. I want to.
Well, there you go, guys. Right there. Right there.
work even more now that I've had a kid because I realize being a full-time mom is fucking hard.
There has been this weird stigma around women who decide to not have kids. Yeah. I've been seeing it much more normalized now. On TikTok, I've been seeing all these
She's
videos.
Kinda hot.
People are saying, I had kids and I love my kids, but if I could go back and do it over, I wouldn't do it. And that's
But
something.
here's the thing, guys. These chicks that say that they don't want kids, 98% of women want kids. There's a small group of people who don't want kids, but most men and most women want kids. But most women want kids, and they're gonna get that kid. They're gonna go out to the bar. They're gonna have their IUD taken out, and then all of a sudden, like, I don't know what happened. And then
I would refactor your percentage there. I would reduce that to there are women who want children to have a family, and then there's the women who want children for attention.
Yeah.
Well, that's part of the same. I mean, they're not.
No, because the women who want children to have a family are actually responsible and understand that being a parent requires a degree of sacrifice versus the one that are the perpetual martyrs, and they're always finding somebody else to dump their kids off onto.
Well, then there's
by
also
God,
number 3.
they will scream, "Those are my children."
Yeah, but there's number 3 though, where they just have the buzzer beaters. They have that
Yes.
biological imperative where it doesn't make any sense. You can go through it logically. Okay, you managed to be from 18 to 38, 20 years plus of college and senior year of high school and all these jobs and letting all these dudes.
Yeah.
And then somehow you freaking oops your birth control. They know for a fact that something in their brain made them oops and just kind of drop their birth control down the toilet, or they got drunk all day and then like, I was so drunk I didn't take my birth control. They know that their brain was telling them, look, you got to have this kid. That baby rabies kicks in, it overrides all logic and reason. That's why all you guys that are snowboard
you got to
age,
separate them and that's what I'm saying. You got to separate them into other groups.
As snowboard, you're what 37?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, if your snowboard's age, I would say 28 to about 40. You guys better be careful dealing with these chicks that are anywhere near your age. All of them have the baby babies. All of them.
Yeah.
All of them. All of them, dude. Don't trust them if they say that they don't want kids. Don't trust them if they say that they don't want any more kids because you shouldn't be dating these single moms. But they're you know who they want to be the father, the next guy. That's all it is. You're a revolt. They'll eeny meeny miny mo you, dude. You guys cannot deal with these chicks that are in that geriatric pregnancy, biological clock ticking, because they will get you, man. Seriously.
Yep.
It just doesn't make any sense. It's like their biological standards keep dropping. So when they're young, they want to have a baby by friggin' Thunder Chad. You know what I'm saying? 6 foot tall, whatever guy. But as they start getting older, then it's whoever's convenient, whoever's available.
Yeah.
Whoever will not use a condom and buy their friggin' story. Guys, you have to be careful because once she has that snowboard, we have to talk. You're cooked.
Yeah.
Cooked. You need to go in the backward, dude.
Seriously.
That was so taboo to say, and it's super controversial. People are so scared if they do feel that way to actually say that out loud, but it's a real feeling that people actually have. Why is that so horrible to talk about? Doesn't mean you don't love your child, of course. You would never give them back.
It's not like you have to regret it to say, hey, if I knew what I was in for, I wouldn't do it.
Right.
That, guys.
I give them some credit for saying that.
Yeah, but back to that Asian chick. The women she's describing are the women that don't want to grow up and don't understand there are different phases of life that you go through.
But here's the deeper part of it. Your children. So now I don't have any kids. So the people in the chat that do have children, please correct me if I'm wrong.
That he knows of.
Yeah.
He's gonna have that plane fly in from the DR.
And the funny thing about it is that, you know, whenever I'm about to touch down in the country, I send out a message on my social media that I'm about to touch down, and so people know when I'm coming.
You better start using an alias before these kids find you.
I better start.
D-grip.
D-grip. So, but here's the thing. So people in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've always been told, and I do believe, that children are a reflection of you. And so if you have a-hole children, I'm willing to bet, and going back to what Snowbird had to say, that woman, you knew that woman's an a-hole. And with that attitude, that mentality, you don't think your kids know that this deep down hatred that you have for them?
Yeah.
So yeah,
sure.
Gentlemen, be very discriminating with the women you with, because I know we've had panels about this before in the past, and you know my views on marriage are complex, but I also believe that yes, marriage is one of the best institutions to build and create wealth, but it's also one of the most devious to extract wealth. And so with these women, the minute, like I said, once that DNA leaves your body, you have no rights. And so going back to the first stream, society has multiple ways to allow women to opt out and get grace and forgiveness for their poor choices and bad decisions. Even when it comes to childbirth or children, they give them ample enough time to do deletions. And even if they don't delete, you can drop kids off at gas station. I mean, not gas station. Fire department.
They have a little cubby thing. You slide it in now. Yeah. Crazy.
You put them in here, drop them off at police stations, and guess what? You can even drop your kids off at DHS. You can have kids 8, 9, 10, 12, and drop them off at DHS and say you don't want them. Society gives women multiple ways to opt out of motherhood, but there are no ways for a man to opt out of fatherhood.
Legally.
Yeah.
But guys, California played itself, because right now they don't recognize a baby in the womb as a person. So if a chick's pregnant and you take her to the Adidas clinic, you know what I'm saying, and give her the old punt to the sun, they can't get you for
you bring her to Dr. Coatenhanger's office.
Yeah, to Dr. Coatenhanger. Look at this guy. Yeah, so they played themselves. Adama says, do you think that there will ever be no, guys, there will never be a financial deletion, because they have these debastardization laws are cooked so deep into these state laws, right? You would think that the custody thing in Kentucky might show some type of progress, but there's too much money on the line, But guys, here, check this guy out here. So he's gonna talk about moms and the Black community and the whole son husband thing. Because guys, you and I know that's one of the worst things that could happen to you as a young guy, is being made this son husband. You know what I'm saying? Actually, guys, here, check.
It's called emotional incest.
Look at this.
The absent mother.
Look at this. Come on, guys, first.
Mothers are the first female figures boys connect with when they enter this world. This is why setting good examples and demonstrating love and support is crucial right from the very start. But what about those who don't have such a great upbringing from their mothers? What are the harmful effects on them? Here are 6 types of unhealthy mother-son relationships. Number 1. Mama's boy. A close mother-son relationship is important, but how close is too close? When a mother oversteps her son's boundaries, makes all the decisions for him, and forces him to be by her side at all times, it leaves him very little room to grow independent as he gets older. In fact, his mother may work harder to make him feel guilty if he doesn't stay in touch with her constantly. The son is often empathetic, kind-hearted, and giving, but his mother often takes advantage of him because of that.
Yeah, and guys, it's so funny that these feminists, these modern chicks, right? This is what they wanted for. This is what they voted for. This is what they wanted to socialize these young men to all this.
Always was a black queen, mama.
But then once they try and date, right? They'll end up finding a guy who's perfect, except he's a mama's boy. And then they're like, and then next thing you know, the mom and her are fighting over everything.
Yeah.
This is what you want. I want my husband to have a respect for women and have a real respect for his mom until it's too much. Oh my God, he's a mama's boy. You are the ones who started this, you morons.
As he gets older, he may quietly or openly resent her and start to retaliate in order to establish freedom for himself. Number 2, mother and lover. If a mother lost her husband or partner unexpectedly, whether from death, divorce, or emotional distance, she might try to replace him with her son by having him play the spouse role. The son will likely feel uncomfortable fulfilling his mother's needs and may resent the father for leaving them or not being more active in their everyday lives. No one should have to bear the burden of carrying on extra responsibilities, especially starting at such a young age. This can harm him both emotionally and psychologically.
Guys, this was a symptom of the black community, and now it's happening to whites, Hispanics. Guys, this has been going on with young black boys since the late 70s, the 80s, you know what I'm saying? And now it's happening to you white guys now. It's crazy.
Putting his individuality at risk. Number 3, the absent mother. It can create some serious damage when a mother is absent in her son's life, especially when her son is young. According to Hope Edelman, author of Motherless Daughters, those who grew up without a mother can have trouble forming relationships with others. Sons who grew up without mothers often either blame themselves, believing they did something wrong that caused their mother to leave, or they end up resenting them. It's easier to hold on to anger.
You guys see, us men have a naturally selfless nature. Someone's peeing or something. Guys, mute yourselves if you're gonna.
But that was me pouring drink. My bad.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, guys. Once again, we look to see what we did wrong first, right? You know.
Number 4, the boss and subordinate. This type of relationship very much takes on the my way or the highway attitude. The mother is often highly controlling and dominant, forcing her son to follow her every lead.
Hey, Colin, does this sound familiar?
He has little to no say in expressing his sense of self. He will also have difficulty making decisions as he gets older. This can either influence him to depend on others too much, or he'll mirror his mother's actions and take control in situations where he feels valued and heard. Number 5, the hide-and-seek mom. This type of mom is often emotionally distant. Her son has a hard time reaching her when he needs her the most. She can be highly unpredictable with her mood swings, which makes it hard for her son to get close to her. Unsure of how she'll react, he learns to also keep a safe distance from her. This type of mother might struggle with giving her son little to no attention, love, and support. Consequently, this can make it hard for him to form real connections with others. He may learn to build up walls and struggle with social anxiety. Number 6, the mom and her trophy boy. This type of mother-son relationship revolves around perfection and expectations. In this circumstance, the mother likes to be the star and often puts her son on display like a trophy.
Now, guys, here's the thing about this, right? This is what a lot of moms do that are trash.
I was just thinking B-dubs.
Yeah, they don't do anything at all to help their sons become successful. They talk mess, they treat them like trash. But if they do something that's good or they're successful, they automatically take credit for it. If their son joins the army, right? Even though she don't join the army yet, at his graduation, she's my baby. If he gets to the NFL, the NBA, graduates from law school, she's the one acting like she should be getting all the praise when she had nothing. When he did that despite his mom, not because of. It's an absolute joke. And this is what I tell my nephew, because my sister's a terrible mom to my nephew. Horrible. He's 20, and I told him, I was like, one day you are gonna be a success. And your mom, who doesn't want anything to do with you right now, is gonna come out of the woodwork and be like, oh, see my awesome son. Look what a good job I did, please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Absolutely insane.
He can show him off in front of others. He's treated more like a possession rather than a son to her. Obsessed with image and performance, she has high expectations for her son, pushing him to be better every day. Although he may be your all-star student in school, on the inside, he may be secretly suffering from pressure. As he grows up, he may be quick to please, constantly
And this is not the same pressure that a father puts on his son. Okay? It's not the same thing. Fathers know when to apply pressure, when to not, when to encourage, when to coach, etc. Fathers also understand that boys are developing that masculine burden of performance. Fathers, if a boy lets their father down, knows how to make it into a teachable moment. Women know nothing about this. Nothing. All they do, if a young boy fails, is shame and shame and shame. That's all that they know how to do. Insane.
Working and incredibly self-critical. We want you to remember that your toxic upbringing does not define nor limit who you can become. What other red flags have you seen in mother-son?
There you go, guys. Guys, what do you think?
I've also seen it when they dress the kid up like the guy that left them. So like kind of like a nug or a the white version of nug, I guess.
Q1.
So they're like setting their kid up for the same lifestyle that they kind of complain about too. Like encourage her to look like low level behavior and not. They just don't have any like class.
There's a thing that I've only heard like white single moms and B-dubs say it, and that's it was good enough for me. I've never heard of Asians say that to their kids because they always want their kids to live better than
One of the most. Go ahead. I mean to cut you off.
My bad. No. You good? Appreciate you having me, brother. I would say that a lot of women keep their kids, their sons, to make sure that they take care of them later. Like they don't want to be, they don't want them to get too attached to other people. They kind of keep them moving around. Like I've seen women. They'll go to a school for a year, another school for another year because they want them to have detachment issues and be attached to them. And I don't even know if it's a conscious thing they're doing. But then when you ask at the end of the day, like, what's the plan for your kids and stuff like that? Or what's your plan? Well, if I don't get a husband, my son will take care of me. And I think it's just a super selfish answer.
Yeah, that's true. Because there's no promise that your kids will take care of you, man. Because there's lots of people rotting away in a nursing home where they thought that their kids would take care of them. But the issue with these women, they end up husbanding their sons and then hating their daughters, right? Because they see their daughters as competition, right? So as bad as these modern women destroy their sons, they do the even worse to their daughters. It's 10 times worse. They kick them out of the house early. They have these strange men around them coming in out of the house. They're toxic AF. Oftentimes they are trying to steal their daughters' boyfriends and all this other stuff, But the issue is that as a man, you need to leave and cleave. You need to go out and make your own life. And with these toxic moms, they don't want you to go anywhere that doesn't involve them. you can't start a family, or else she has her business in there. If your wife and your mom fight, you're the only one that's destined to lose. She's the type to work, because these moms they're bad with money. What do men do once they're trying to build up a family, make more money, be more successful? And then the mom's like, well, I need to move in with you. And the wife's like, I don't want you there. And next thing you know, you're cooked. It just doesn't make it, guys, you are not obligated to have anyone in your life. Your family, your friends, nobody. Unless they sign your check, you're not obligated to have them anywhere in your orbit. This whole, but it's my mom, or it's my dad, or it's my brother, he's a junkie. Guys, you don't have to talk to them. We have a finite amount of time on this earth. And one of the few things that you can control is who you have in your orbit. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Everything and the decisions that you make in response to certain things. But I know guys where their moms are just toxic. My mom too. She was terrible. She still is. You know, we talk maybe once every couple of months, you know, but I just figured out in my 20s that it was not constructive. It was not healthy for me to talk to her. So, but yeah, guys, so this guy here, he's going to talk about his experience here. So let's get, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, guys, hit the super chat button. Guys, we'll watch like 2 or 3 minutes of this. And then if anyone else has some stories, you guys can have the floor.
Real Rob, boy, back with another video. Today's topic is how black mothers raise their sons to be their husband. Let me say that one more time. How black mothers raise their sons to be their husband.
And it started with us, guys, and now it's with you white dudes now. You see these millennial and Gen Z white guys, you know what I'm saying? And their son husbands to their moms too.
See, growing up with an abusive mother as a child and throughout my teenage years, I always knew something was off, but I couldn't grasp it. I couldn't grasp it because I was suffering, I was hurting, and I was also uneducated about the situation. I was uneducated about narcissism. Typical children.
And he's right, because Colin, growing up, you knew something was wrong, right?
Yeah.
You were 8, 9, 10. You guys, we aren't stupid, especially young boys. We recognize patterns because we'll get up and we'll go to school and we'll see how other kids talk about Christmas and Thanksgiving and all this other crap. And then you home to your house, and you're like, wait a minute, something's wrong here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something. You look at your other friends' moms. My neighbors growing up, they were from Kansas. They were this white family from Kansas, and they were like the friggin' Brady Bunch. You know what I'm saying? Like they were seriously like the white suburban.
They have game night.
Yes, like they were the white suburban sitcom family.
Yeah.
And now my parents, we were married, and we had. Yeah, but my mom was just toxic, right? She was just toxic. So when I look at how their mom acted compared to my mom, like something's different, something's wrong here. You know what I mean? So
typical teenager, we was uneducated. We didn't know nothing about what was going on until we got older. So it's understandable. It's understandable. See, as I got older, as I started to find out who I was as an individual, as I started to become wiser, as I started to become more independent and in control of my life, things got worse between me and my mom.
Yeah, surprised, right? At the moment that he starts pulling away and doing what a man especially is supposed to do, and that's go out, take the bull by the horns, conquer the world, right? All of a sudden she can't stand it. She cannot stand it at all, especially if he's making choices that she doesn't approve of. And then all of a sudden it's, I'm gonna kill your bitch ass, bitch.
Things got way worse. Things got worse because I was becoming something. I am something that she could never keep and some that she could never have. And that was a real man.
Shit.
As I started to become a man, in my own right, things got worse. Things took a turn for the worse. See, narcissistic mothers, they hate when their sons become a man in their own right. Because once a boy becomes a man, nobody can control a man. Nobody. And see, when you become a man, when you teach yourself how to become a man without having a father in a household, without having that father figure to guide you and shape you and mold you into a man, when you have to teach yourself these things on your own, your mother, the narcissistic mother, is going to catch on to that.
And guys, to have to teach yourself how to be a man, I had a father. You know what I'm saying? And these guys that are on their own, I feel bad for all of these guys who don't know who their father is. But guys, it's actually extraordinary that so many young men have made it despite not having fathers. That really, really, really does show like how powerful the male brain is and men's ability to adapt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To not have a masculine figure, to have some overbearing, crazy mom, and still be able to pick up on things that other men are doing, figure out what works, what doesn't work, right? Apply it to your own life and make good decisions. And then being able to overcome decades of indoctrination from your mom and still build healthy relationships with women, with other men. If you decide to marry and have kids, it's crazy how adaptive men can.
Yeah, and go ahead. My bad, bro.
Jordan, no, AJ, I'm letting him finish, but after he finished, I want to cook.
Yeah, Red Pill.
Only thing I wanted to say is I think that it's easier to have no influence than influence to be a man. Like not no influence as far as like your father's there, that's cool. But to have bad influence, let me re-say that. I think it's better to have no influence than bad influence, or have influence that's not even, you know what I'm saying? Because I think we have the natural inclination. Like I said, when I ain't said like I said, my fault. But like I had my kids when I was 25. I didn't have super young, but I did have my kids when I kind of super like understood how to be a man in the world. So like it just snapped. It wasn't nothing. Oh, you pregnant? You my girl. I love you. I love y'all. It just happened. I didn't need a fucking book. I didn't need nobody. I didn't have to call and, hey, so how do you do this? I figured it out. I figured out how to do a diaper. Nobody showed me how to. I think men know how to do that. And I think a lot of women, they do know how to do it, but I think they pretend they don't know so they can get help.
I would counter that and say a lot of them used to, but they've been propagandized. Okay. You guys remember how there was a secret Red Pill cook with me here. You guys ever meet like that, like an old black person that's like your grandma's age that thinks that everything white is better than everything black?
Yeah.
Yep, my grandmother.
Yeah. So like
my grandmother.
Yeah, my dad's a doctor, and he'd have old black patients and be like, can I have a white doctor, please? You know what I'm saying? I'm dead ass.
For real.
The feminists thought the same way, but about anything masculine. They thought anything masculine is better than anything feminine, right? The suffragettes honestly believed that the feminine was inherently wrong and the masculine was right. So they wanted women to literally, like, they had this transhumanist theory where they thought that with future technology that we'll all just become some ambiguous beings with no sex. It's very, 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 very strange. I think that they like smoked a lot of opium or something back then. But so these young women have bought this propaganda where they honestly believe that anything that is feminine, raising children, changing diapers, cooking, that's wrong. They think that that's wrong, or that that's something that's beneath them. So you'd be shocked at how many women cannot cook, Honey women cannot change diapers.
They can't cook.
Honey women can't do anything that immigrant chicks come here. And here, I told you guys about my one friend that's getting divorced because his wife won't give him kids, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have a friend of mine. He's a engineer, PhD, makes $250,000 a year, and he did everything right. And his whore wife won't give him kids. So now he's getting divorced. He's part of an entire group of guys that are all like high earning dudes, lawyers, doctors, research scientists, and all their wives won't give them kids. Because to them, the idea of doing what they're designed to do is so wrong. It's so wrong. There's no reason why they should have this other than this feminist brainwashing. So
makes her feel belittled by it. It makes her feel belittled. Because if the mother is single, which 85% of black women in today's society, not black women, but black mothers are single. 85%. 85%. It's an 85% single black mother rate in today's society. And please forgive me if I'm wrong.
It's like
but I've done the research and comes to find out 85%. So guess what? Because of that, and once you become a man, once your mother sees that you are becoming a man, she's going to see this because she's going to eventually have to come to the terms that you're going to set out on your own.
Yeah.
You're going to leave the nest. You're going to leave the house because you became a man of morals. You became a man of great principle. You became a man of great integrity.
Despite her, not because of her.
Facts.
They can't stand it, guys. They cannot stand it.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that there's men out there, guys, where their mother's their worst enemy. You guys, you look at that Hakimi guy at Israel Adesanya, all these international sports people that put everything in their mom's name so that they can't get got by women, Yeah. Those guys, their mother is their number one fan. Their mother would die for them on a whim. There's no way that Hakimi guy's mom would ever screw him over, ever. Because that's their culture. She sees him as her sole purpose for living is her kids. That's how it is everywhere outside the West. South America, the Middle East, Africa, Southeast Asia, Eastern Europe. Once these chicks have kids, their life is over and their kids' life again. What were you saying?
AJ, I wanted to ask you this just from your personal perspective, because I'm from Kansas City and like Xavier Worthy, he's one of our wide receivers, and he started like a single mother foundation. So it's like it's a lot of these upper echelon dudes. He's 22 years old. He's a millionaire, 22, 23, whatever. But he's starting foundations for single mothers, and it's almost like enabling. And like to me, exactly. I can't even say shit. Like I can't make a status and be like, "Yo, he's fucking up," or he's messing up. I apologize.
The swearing, just
okay.
Just the F word. YouTube hates the F word, and then just everyone try and keep the swearing down. YouTube has actually like opened up the terms of service. If you watch, more people use language, but things have changed when NF is on there. You know who I'm talking about. Smick Fuentes.
Oh yeah, he's on now.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I know, crazy, right? Crazy thing. Cool. You were saying?
But now I wanted to know, like, if anybody has an opinion about this, is like when we are creating organizations to support, I would say support bad habits.
Yeah. Well, I can
say it's written with pride too. Yeah. Almost all a ton of charities in general always have like a charity only has to give 10% of what the money they come in.
Yeah,
so they can steal up 90. So this is quote unquote operations costs, and we needed this money for conferences and whatnot.
Yeah,
so it's a way to like waste money. I don't know. That's all I'll say about it. Like you can use it to clean money or something.
Snowboard. It's a way to employ his family members.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's an additional revenue stream for government officials to reward their cronies and provide and for their families and to pretty much extract wealth from the American taxpayer.
Right. It all boils down to money laundering and tax evasion.
New at 6.
Yeah, and by the way, it's not that guy's idea. It's someone else is just using his name to help do the foundation. Like he didn't like come up with this master plan. Like he doesn't even probably like give a shit.
I guarantee in like 5 to 8 years,
he's getting kickbacks.
They're gonna have some scandal, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And they're gonna find out that there was some knuckleheaded broad who was embezzling or something. And here's the thing: he probably thinks that it's a good cause. The people that pitch this to him, they know what they're doing.
Exactly.
He's only 22, so he's probably dumb enough.
He doesn't care about this. Yeah, he doesn't care about it. That's fine.
Here, let's, because I always think about the metrics. It's to support single moms and their families. Okay. Hold on. It does various resources, including groceries, rent assistance, mentorship. Does things with like the United Way, blah blah blah. And where's that other thing here? It says financial. So hold on. Groceries, rent relief, financial literacy workshops, and youth mentorship programs. How do you show that this is going on? Like, what metrics can they show from year to year, or will they
won't give receipts?
Yeah, they won't.
Yeah, they won't give receipts, hours worked, none of that.
But here's the thing: what if we flipped it to where this was for single fathers and married couples? But think about it, because incentives drives behaviors. So if we started saying for single fathers and for married couples, guess what? I bet we will start seeing a lot more married couples and a lot more people not willing to wreck their marriages.
Hey, Secret.
Yes.
We're out here building a new nation for black people. It's time for you to start paying some dues, nigga. I ain't giving you shit.
Perfect timing.
No, I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. Look, one of the most profound things, I've ever learned was we spend our adulthood trying to survive our childhood. I'm gonna say that one more time. We spend our adulthood trying to survive our childhood.
That's a fact.
When you look at these son-husband relationships, women raise sons to be the man they wish they had now, and not the nuck that dick them down, dick decimated, and dick destroyed them, and then finally dick dismissed them.
Yeah.
And so, and I've had to analyze my choices, and I'm gonna get personal for a second. I had to analyze my life, and there's a reason why I don't have a lot. This is the reason why I'm the way I am, because I was raised. My mom told me early, you go ahead and get one of these fast chicks pregnant. You're going to drop out of school and you're going to take care of and raise your child, because she got knocked up by, my sperm donor, who got over a half dozen kids out there in the world that he never raised or took care of, and was still living and last I spoke to him, he was still living in his mama's basement.
Damn.
Women raise men to be who they want now, and not the MFer that knocked them up. They don't raise you, and so they raise you to be. And women these days, and what they don't realize is that, as our brother just said, over 85% of black women are single mothers.
Yep.
And then you have black women complaining and criticizing about the very men that they're raising. That the man the man you're raising today, the boy, let me phrase that, the boy you're maintaining today is going to be the very man your fellow sister will resent tomorrow.
Yeah, that would be like a factory. You designed the plans for a factory for a car.
Yep.
And then they're getting mad. They design the plans, send it off to the factory, and then get pissed at what comes out. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It don't make no sense.
The very black men you're complaining about now was raised by your auntie and your cousin and your grandmother yesterday.
Red Pill. Question for you. What do you think of this? In secret, everyone unmute. Snowboard, you're from rural Massachusetts, right?
New Hampshire.
Yeah, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
You guys, if you've been to like a rural area, you guys have seen those people where you're like, yeah, their parents were probably cousins at one point. You probably seen this. I used to live in Central PA, and you're like, yeah, their parents.
Look at the road crews.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Secret. You guys, we never talk about the inbreeding that's going on in the hood. You have all these young kids who don't know who their fathers are. Yep. Think about it. If 54% of us black men are married, are single and childless, and then 30% are married, that means 16% of men are responsible for that 70% of bastard kids out there.
Yep.
If these kids are in the hood, no one leaves, and they don't know who their fathers are.
Yep.
There's a lot of inbreeding going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's just math.
A lot of third and fourth cousins out here.
Yeah. It's crazy. Guys, check this out. Oops, sorry.
Bro, you want to know what kind of mamas just kind of rub me the wrong way? Those kind of mamas that make you see.
I'm sorry, guys. You need
to translate.
I don't understand what this
chick has to say. Race card.
I'm sorry, guys. And here's the thing, guys. This is the thing about like just American chicks in general. She's not a bad looking woman. If she were to lose 60, 70 pounds, 50 pounds, she would be much better. But you just see like underneath that, she has a decent little looking face. Like, why? Why do they have to carry so much weight?
Like, they have to be number one in their sons' lives. Some of y'all really be acting like y'all be dating y'all sons. It's just a little strange to me. I seen this video where this lady had went on prom with her son.
Yeah.
First of all, she was calling her son's date.
Ugh.
I don't know. Date and mom in the same type of sentence is a lot to me, but okay. And then she was just, kind of flaunting herself like, oh my God, you know what's cool when your son thinks that you look good enough to be his date. Baby, those are the kind of mamas.
You just heard that?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Look at that, guys.
That's nasty.
That I am scared. I am scared of those kind of mamas. If I see that a boy is a mama's boy, baby, I'm turning the other direction because I don't deal with mama boys. Because the mamas feel like they can be in everything or they got to say so in everything and they going to come save their son no matter what. Even if their son is out here doing things he ain't got no business doing. These type of mamas, they're going to always make it seem like their son is right no matter what. And then any kind of woman that they get with, oh, baby, you finna be going through it. You finna be going through it. Because then you be questioning in your mind, like, who man is this? Because y'all be treating these like it be your husband or your man. Baby, when it comes to my son, baby, I'm the mama, but I am also I see right from wrong, okay? If my son out here doing wrong, baby, I'm not that type of mama that's going to come save you, baby. You're going to deal with the consequences of what you do.
And he doesn't have a father. Of course not. As if she's gonna do this. Come on, man. Come on.
Look, my mom was the best. My mama loved me so much. My mama loved me so much. She breastfed me until I was 14.
Right. That type of stuff. Crazy.
I'm not gonna be the one that's gonna always save you. That's the problem with these women that's raising these boys. Y'all be having y'all sons out here thinking that every woman is supposed to treat him and be okay with certain things because you okay with certain things.
Look at that, guys. And then hold on. guys, this is how we're starting out.
Yeah, just driving. She looks like wow.
Guys, can you imagine in like 20 years when all these kids when all these kids that they're talking about are all grown and they see their mom's TikToks? Think about it. Her kid, she says, is like 2 years old, right? And by the time he's 18, 20, he's gonna see this.
Yeah.
Dude, it'll be like in 2 years. Like, there's actually a chance where like someone has made this and that kid like saw it the same day at school. He's like, what the heck is this? Making a TikTok like this.
Just how she started this video off,
like
I already know.
Yeah, they're freaking.
I already know her mouth and throat game is whack. She gonna blow in there and think she's doing something.
What? Oh man.
I'm gonna need y'all to help me understand.
This is so not safe, guys. She's driving.
Why my son hate me? Okay.
And why do you need to make eye contact with the phone?
Look, if it helps, you've only been talking for 14 seconds, and I hate you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
To be fair.
That's how he feels, yeah. It's only been 14 seconds, you know?
Right.
I bathe you. I clothe you. I change your little shitty ass diapers.
Look at that.
You have shirted on me on more than one occasion, and my love never went nowhere. It never went nowhere.
You've been had. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
It sounds like this kid is just doing what kids do, and she's taking it like this is women for you. They're just demons, guys. Put a 1 if you agree. Modern women, guys, they're just worthless. They really, really are. You know, the majority of these chicks now, guys, if we could get the types of women that our grandfathers got, think about how different that the world would actually be. You know?
Well, they're just disaffected from a lot of modern day nonsense.
Yeah.
But Jay, you know the problem with that is we would treat them correctly, and then they would just destroy more men than they would make good. Because you would treat them like the grandfathers, but they would still be in a whole disarray. They'll be they don't know how to accept love now.
Yeah,
like, they don't get it.
That's programming, though. And here's the thing: that's why, like, you go to other countries, even to more rural areas, like rural Iowa, or back when I was in rural Pennsylvania. You see a lot more married couples. Guys, I'm in the South even. You see a lot more like married couples that have kids. You see it's more of a traditional type of atmosphere. Yes, the feminist programming is in there, but like you go to other places where women are still trained from a young age to be wives. Or for instance, once again, Asian chicks, they're the most educated, the highest earning, the most married, the least divorced. Because in their cultures, marriage and relationships are just as important, if not more important, than their degree and their careers.
Facts.
You have a lot of Indians and stuff. They cannot fathom not being married and having kids. They can't do it.
Right.
Which is why only 8% of the Asian population are single mothers.
Yeah, that's true.
So I already know AJ girl is gonna make him put a ring on. She's gonna marry before she carry.
Guys, they don't have child support in Japan and in Korea.
Yeah. They don't even know what that is.
Yeah. Yep.
They know it by like studying it and seeing it on the internet, but they like, what is that?
Guys,
you know
this
what I mean?
Here made this TikTok. Guys, she expects us to care. And guys, what do we always say, right?
Beautiful.
That has nothing to do with us,
beautiful.
You are the GOAT with these.
That's my favorite one. That's my favorite like TikTok video ever.
You was the go. I'm about to catch up though. I got to get my shit together. I mean, my stuff together. I'm sorry.
Red Pill. If you come on more, there's a clip that I got to get for. There's another guy, Walk 44. He comes on, and hold on. This is a clip that I'm gonna give him, and then there's one that I'll give you. Hold on.
Oh snap!
Hold on. You guys remember this? Hold on. Here. I had to go like this. You guys remember this? Unless here, I can use this one for you, Redville. Where is it?
You'll get your money.
Yeah, when? This ain't the first time for you, Trick. I've had to wait for as long as a month on you for my money. You trying to take advantage of me, Freddie. This time your black ass is going to work.
Priest, all I do is sell.
What?
Coke, man. I don't do no violence. I don't mess with no fire. No
Listen,
guns.
nigga, don't argue with me, man. I'm trying to give you a chance.
He's like, do it tonight.
Tonight.
Do it tonight. I'm playing with you, man. Tonight.
You know you're gonna get my money tonight. No, he is serious as a heart attack, son.
Hey, facts.
His money, and then he's like, I'm gonna put your wife out on Horace Road. Is she gonna give me my money? Oh man, you
Facts.
I'm gonna put that young girl my money tonight. I'm gonna put that young
When you have to dance with what you saying, when he did that was a dance move. Do it one more time for me. He said, tonight.
It's like something Prince would say.
Yeah, you feel me? Like, look.
Yeah.
He said, you better get me my money tonight.
And I'm trying to give you a chance. No, you don't get me my money tonight.
That is a dance move, bro.
I'm gonna put that on that little wife of yours on Horace Road. He's like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Guys, someone did say feminism is a ELE, extinction level event. Guys, yeah, feminism is a death cult. Everywhere that it spreads, the birth rate drops. The civilization dies.
That's crazy.
Guys, put a 1 if you agree. Yeah, it's absolutely true. Everywhere with this female
like Tokyo
empowerment, feminism thing. Yeah, yep. Look at it, man. It makes guys, make sure to hit the like button, guys. Now, guys, let's talk about daughters really fast. Because guys, these daughters of these single moms, they have it worse than us men. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, because the mom sees them as competition. Hold on. All these chicks. Hold on. Let's see. Look.
Can someone please explain to me why some mothers just hate their daughters? Asking for a friend, but also for me, what is it? There's like this crazy hatred that some moms have, and they'll like talk down to their daughters. Like I see it in my friends and their moms. Like,
because their mom, because 45-year-old, 55-year-old chicks got the same programming like all throughout their lives. Okay, think about it, guys. Have you noticed how 45-year-old chicks? This is the first time where they're competing for the same men as 25-year-old chicks.
Yep.
45-year-old chicks and 55-year-old chicks, they listen to the same music as 25-year-old girls do.
Yep.
Yeah. 45-year-old beat-ups bumping Drake, and 15-year-olds bumping Drake. You got 50-year-old white chicks listening to Taylor Swift, and 15-year-olds listening to Taylor Swift. So it's the same programming. The issue is that the older chicks see their daughter being able to do and achieve the whoredom that they wish that they could do.
Thank you. Yep. That's it. That's all it is. They have a chance to not fuck up. Oh, my man, sorry. They have a chance to not mess their life up.
Well, no. They're going to mess their life up.
Yeah, they want to.
They think that what we consider messing their life up, they think is success. They think that getting all the student loan debt, going to school for underwater lesbian studies, letting Chad and Tyrone shoot up at the club, they think that's success. and not actually being in a healthy marriage with children, and not having debt, having a husband who will give you the world instead of you trying to be out here trying to fight men for it. You know what I'm saying?
So,
it just doesn't make any sense.
So do you think that mothers are telling their daughters? Well, I mean, it's almost a rhetorical question. So what you basically saying is women that's in their 30s and 40s, they're telling their daughters to not to basically mimic what I did. don't be cooperative with a man. Don't.
It's even worse. They're telling him to not do what they did. I will use my older sister as an example, guys. My older sister's cooked. Okay, my older sister's cooked, guys. I'm telling you, she is cooked. She's 48. She grew up with 2 educated black parents. We were like the Huxtables, and she ended up being a 48-year-old single mom by herself, guys.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
48. She's never been in a serious relationship in her entire life. My nephew's dad is ultimate nug. This dude's 57 and he still dresses like he's in a Nelly video. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Like you got a sideways hat. You're like 57.
Yeah, you got to
come on, man. You got to do something. What are you doing to yourself? So my mom, was married to my dad, a black, in shape, charismatic doctor. But my mom told my sister, "Don't be me. My life is so terrible. Don't be me. Don't do what I did."
That was, and when you first shared that with us, I thought that was the most insane crap I've ever heard.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they got an argument.
But it's crazy because the reason they saying that is because they looking at the internet and they's like, don't mimic this successful recipe because it doesn't bring happiness. That's what women want. They want happy. I want to be happy. They want to, they grown kids, man. They're just grown kids. They really, if they could not get cavities, they would eat candy in the morning. They would drink
That's facts. That's facts. Yeah.
Look, they're just like what Halle Berry and Monster Ball, which I just want to feel. I just want to feel.
That right there. Yeah, facts.
I just want to feel good. Make me feel good.
I just want to feel.
Hit the like button, guys. Hit the subscribe button, guys. Let's try and get 100 likes.
Hey AJ, thank you, brother. I'm a listener. This is my first time coming up. I've been on you. I found your page about 2 or 3 weeks ago, man, and I just hit play and just let it ride, but I had to come up tonight, man.
Thanks for the support, man.
And absolutely, bro.
Hey, call in anytime, man. Really like this. You were saying,
brother. Run for the chopper because AJ's content. I did the same thing. I just came on board, and now several months later, I'm subscribed. I'm a platinum. I'm at the top chair. So I'm joining, and I'm in a lot of these panels. Run for the chopper. It's addictive.
I'm here.
When I get the alerts that he drops a video while I'm at work, I click on it. I'm warning you, it's addictive.
Nah, I tap in, bro, because you know what? You the voice of a lot of people. You are the voice of a lot of people, man. And I appreciate you, bro. Like you are one of them guys that it's nobody that you can't say nothing. Like, let's say I just go to another room and they're like, "Hey, man, that AJ dude, he be tripping over there." I'll be like, "Tripping about what? Tell me where he's wrong first." Like I'm one of them. So like, bro, I got you, bro. Hey, much love. Thank you for doing that.
I think the interesting thing though, Red Pill, is like all the pickup artists, all the guys that are selling books and all that crap, because they're all gone. Now we have a new generation of guys where we put the data out there, we discuss things, laugh, and have fun. You know what I'm saying? And I think that there's more of a space to share info and then actually like teach, whereas all these guys, fresh and funky, and all these dudes that are trying to teach courses and stuff, that's over and done with. And also, none of us are angry. You won't ever hear us, oh man, F these old. We point out and laugh as they make mistakes. What did Sun Tzu say? Never interrupt your enemy when they're making a mistake.
When they're defeating themselves or something. Yeah.
So I think that's the difference with a lot of content creators like myself, is because all of us will be just fine. All of us are saving, investing, working, being productive, and you can't shame us. You can't do it. Here's the thing. I have subscribers that are married, that are single, that are in relationships, that are MGTOW, but they've made the informed decision based on the red pill data.
Facts.
That's it. And we're all welcome. This is the most welcoming space on the internet. Every guy that's come over here has simped, has got played, has spent money on a chick. You know, guys have got divorced, been alienated from their kids, and they come over here and they're like, I'm not the only one.
Right,
I'm not the only one, you know? But I just laugh. Guys, I'm a petty person. That's why this 50 Cent thing with Diddy's is making me laugh. Because 50 Cent is like, if there was a Greek god of pettiness, it would be 50 Cent, you know? But how many you guys know some 304 back in college or in high school who you told her that she shouldn't be doing the thing, or there's some beta Cent blue pill you told them and they didn't listen to you and they got.
Yeah.
And all you can do is just chuckle. And that's the kind of space that I'm creating. It's just a place to just point and laugh at this foolishness. So yeah, man, feel free to call in anytime, man. You know,
absolutely, man. Thank you, man. Nice to meet everybody, man.
Yeah,
if anybody has a channel, let me sub to y'all. If anybody has anything going on, just let me support.
I'll be making one soon. I'm gonna make a channel soon.
Guys, anyone who needs help with a channel, just reach out to me on Discord. Because I think that there needs to be a whole group of new creators out there, you know what I'm saying, that kind of have our style of just, like I said, making people laugh. You know, this it really is. So join the Discord, Red Pill, if you can. It's awesome. Okay. We do after hours there, and then we'll just talk about we can cuss, swear, show anything we want, you know. So join the Discord. Can one of the mods drop it here? Actually, I can do it right now.
And this is how welcome this community in. We let snowboard in here.
I know that guy. that guy with his forklift.
Is that like B-dub? Yeah. Those B-dub. Yeah.
And it's front door, you know, that forklift.
Facts. Yeah. Now I need y'all to teach me. I'm 40. I'm old. I got to figure out how to use Discord, but I'm definitely gonna join. I just got to figure out how to use it. But I put my number in there if anybody want to just text me and let me know. I'm with it. I'm with it all. So I appreciate y'all, man. Much love, man. Bro. I'm supporting you, bro. Always. Take it easy, bro.
Cool. Have a good night.
Peace.
Guys, anyone else on the topic, guys? And we will revisit this. But guys, we have some body cam footage here that we'll go over. But guys, anyone else on the topic?
No, I had a good relationship with my mother. I'll just leave it at that. Or I still do.
So, and which is priceless. But gentlemen, if I could say it.
He said, "Oh."
and in my head, I'm thinking like Eminem and Clarence. He comes from a good family. No, no, but what I was saying before, you know, like I said, we spent our adulthood trying to solve our childhood, and when I think about, you know, why, you know, I'm in the situation I'm in, you know, like I said, my mom, go ahead and get one of these knuckleheads, get one of these stupid girls pregnant, jumping out of school, taking care of it and stuff like that, and I mean, we are a product, you know. Even though we don't like to admit this, we are a product of our environments and our training and upbringing. And, you know, and I was taught, you know, you go to school, get a good job, and I was trained to be a wage earner and not make any kids. And guess what? I'm 52, no kids.
Yeah, me too.
And it's like, which it is what it is. But I wonder, if I had different programming, if I was taught to be, an entrepreneur, if I was taught, about healthy relationships and making connections and not being emotionally detached, maybe things would be different. So
yeah,
with that being said, at the end of the day, we're men here, and we don't blame no one else for our lives as adults. If there's something you don't like, if there was something in your upbringing that is affecting you today, go get the help you need to overcome that.
Yeah, guys, I that's why I don't have kids to this day. My mom was like, if you get a girl pregnant, your life is over. It's over. You're done. So that stuck with me. So that's why I don't have kids to this day. So hold on, guys, here. Let's do this.
There's no hidden agenda or anything like that. Okay. I do want to ask you if you'll consent to let me take a sample of your blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
What a story do I have for you. We have new video of this mom in custody after a day at a park with kids turns violent. When she got so angry, she ran over a young girl with her car.
What happened? I just ran over my son. What happened? Did somebody ran over your friend with a car?
And just wait until you hear.
Yikes! Look at that. If that's not friggin' the Zoloft stare, then I don't know what is. Was it the SSRI stare?
What she has to say about it. We also have the desperate cries for help. It's no 2024 at this park in the community of Peoria. It's a suburb of Phoenix. It's about a half hour or
this
so.
Is the interview. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Here you go. Let's go here. Let's go.
On August 25th, 2025, officers confronted a woman at the airport after a caller reported that she was acting aggressively towards her child.
So I don't know what to say.
Hey guys, what do you think that this person looks like? That's acting aggressively towards her child in an airport. Come on, guys.
B-dub.
Thank you very, 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 very much. Let's do that.
I got a call from the passengers when she was awake. She was like shaking the kid and cursing at him, and she showed something in his mouth. So that's when we got called. When I came in, she was already passed out. The kid was sleeping with stuff in his mouth, like a credit card.
This chick's either Cuban or Dominican. They have that. Some of them have that. I sound like I smoked 20 packs of menthols a day voice.
Her ID, everything on his mouth. So I tried first to wake her up, to see what's going on. No response. So I took the things out of the kid's mouth, obviously, and see if he was okay. He woke up.
No response as in what?
That B-dub is near her shoulder is going to be annoying and a problem. I can already tell.
She hasn't wake up, but she was awake a few minutes ago because she was shaking the kid and yelling at the kid and cursing at the kid. So I don't know if you call medical police. What do I
Yes,
need?
of course. What did you see? What she was putting in his mouth?
Yeah, I took it out of his mouth.
Okay.
Yeah, she's asleep.
Wake up,
guys. She's probably.
Oh, she's cooked.
Yeah, she's probably on a bender coming down from a 3-day coke binge,
Yeah.
Do you need medical attention?
No. I use the bathroom.
Where you flying to?
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island? When is your flight?
No,
it's
no.
okay. Hold on.
We're gonna stay here for a second. We just need to talk to you guys.
How long you been here?
Flight probably exactly. A flight probably exactly.
You been drinking today? Do you have your plane ticket with you?
I don't have my flight ticket, but I have my flight border passes.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
While you're showing that, where are you showing him
Can you
that?
help me,
Is it
sir?
okay if I talk to him really quick?
Jesus, look.
Her eyes are messed up.
Look at that.
How far are you gonna take my baby?
I'm just gonna go right there and just speak to him really quick. Can I just see your board back?
Yeah, of course. I'm sorry.
Like she cares about her kid.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Hey, Bubba, you mind talking with me really quick? How old are you, Bubba?
Oh,
5. I'm Julian. Shake. Reason I'm here is I just want to talk to you real quick. Is that okay? I just want to ask
I
you.
just want to get out of here. I don't want to be sitting around waiting on the flight. Nope.
See, poor kid. He doesn't want his mom to get in trouble. Look at that,
ma'am.
Good job.
Her name is Nisha.
Shut up.
Look at that.
Get out my way. Oh my.
So, ma'am, what's going on?
Nothing. I lost my ticket this morning because I was drinking last night. Okay. With my.
What a terrible boy.
All right.
Short. Ended up back at the front station with my ticket, and no one knows where the it came from. Okay.
So the lady dropped. It was then that she dropped. She was sitting at McDonald's with the baby, and she started cursing the baby out. And then later on, I saw her walking with the baby by the bathroom. She must have left her phone in the bathroom. Okay. When she left her phone in the bathroom, she said, "Look here, you little motherfucker, go in the bathroom and get my phone." So the little boy went to the bathroom. Okay. Grabbed the phone while she went in the men's bathroom. I said, "You know you're in the men's bathroom." She was like, "I don't give a I'm sorry for talking to you like that. I'm just drunk."
She's clearly, I don't smell alcohol, but there's something.
What's this
You smell
problem?
Check this out.
Yeah.
The thing is, you're too intoxicated to fly, okay?
I am.
Yes, you are.
And then he said that she left her phone maybe in the bathroom,
Okay,
and
yeah.
she shoved the kid and told the kid to go to the bathroom to look for her phone.
Was this passenger black?
Yes.
With the beard?
Did you meet him?
I did.
Oh, okay, great.
He didn't say anything about. He only said that he saw the woman yelling at him. He didn't say anything about pushing. He said that she was just yelling at him, telling him to go get her phone from the bathroom.
Okay, and did he tell you that she was shoving chicken nuggets down her, like shoving them into his face?
What?
And then he continued to tell me the story about the chicken nuggets and shoving them in his face and pushing him like aggressively, right? Maybe she just nudged him. I don't know. But the chicken nugget part and the shoving in his face part, I was like, that's child abuse.
Was it chicken nuggets or credit cards?
It was chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
And she was feeding him, but shoving it in his face. He
Oh
said,
my
like
God.
he couldn't even fit them in his mouth, type of. And so I was like, that's child abuse. And he goes, yeah, actually, you're right.
You think they call him Little
Thank you for letting us know,
Nugget?
because this is actually pretty serious.
Absolutely.
And then I went to look at her. I said, well, show me her. And then I see the kid with the credit card shoved in his mouth asleep. So then it made me feel even more weird. Like, what the heck?
When was the last time you drank? Because I don't smell it.
Last night, exactly. That's the point. I'm not fucking outdoor alcoholic. I went. No.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
I'm on
This
probation right now.
this makes me think. This makes me think of that scene from the 5 Heartbeats when Eddie Kane was like, just because I have a drink or two, I'm some kind of alcoholic.
Yeah.
But John, I want you to pay attention to something. So something that's very disturbing. You can tell this kid is in a lot of emotional turmoil because even with all the people around him and the police, his form of self-soothing is touching himself. Like he's touching himself aggressively, and this is how he self-soothes. And so you can tell at his age, he's in a very toxic environment. At least my opinion, my lay opinion.
Yeah.
Or is that just an idea?
No, I booked it.
The book for a hotel? Oh, can I see? You guys booked them.
Yeah, we did. We did. We paid for it. We also got some meal vouchers.
You paid for it?
So you can get it short for the hotel. It's already paid for. You don't have to pay. Okay. We're also giving you meal vouchers. So buy something now for you and the baby, and then you're also gonna have a meal.
Now they're enabling
tomorrow.
her.
You can buy, you can get something, breakfast or lunch. Okay.
I appreciate it.
So you don't have to pay for anything. This is us to help you out. Okay. So now they're gonna take you downstairs so you can get a shuttle for the hotel.
Thank you.
Okay, now when you get to the hotel and it's
schedule plan, and while I'm leaving late 14 hours later. I never gave a fuck about none of yous. I care about my kid and getting mom's safe to the fucking emergency room.
Okay, ma'am, the way you're acting
The
is not
emergency room. Yes, I will, because I'm a worried mother. Look at my son's skin. Get naked. You want to see dick and balls all red and bumps at the bottom? You want to see my son's shit? He's 5 years old, bro. Are you dealing with that? Are you dealing with that?
Do you need medical help?
My son has rashes all over his skin. We just want to get home to our pharmacy. That's all.
Do you want me to?
But we have
why does he have rashes on
He
his
has eczema. Okay.
Okay.
Eczema.
You
They
have
were
for that?
no. It's at my dentist, but his birthday appointment was
What?
this weekend. So bitch, we should be here this weekend. Now waiting on y'all time for another fucking week. Okay?
But also, when they're putting on gloves, you know it's about to go down.
See the proof. You think so? You're lying.
No, I'm not gonna touch him.
You are scared.
I don't care what you're gonna say. You want to see it?
No,
will
I
show
do not
you.
want to see anything. I'm just trying to tell you. You right now, you're good. You can go with him.
I'm good, but
the way
he's
that you're
not
acting,
okay.
the way that you're acting is gonna get you in trouble.
Okay. I don't care. My son's not okay.
I'm telling
Look
you
at all the
right now.
chances
He's
they're
not
giving
okay,
her.
though. He's not okay. You're not gonna send me on a fucking plane while my son's having a
I'm
$1
just
million
telling you, it's gonna be
breakdown.
up to you.
I don't care what goes down. Bitch, I want my son taken care of. There's no one that you're gonna sit here and tell me that I'm okay going to play, but my son's not. He's 5. How much okay do you expect him to be? I want my son taken care of.
Guys, this is where black fatigue comes from.
Yeah.
Seriously. These knuckleheads have to be the main character and everything. It's just crazy.
I can call the step later, but she has to go.
Do you think you could use some of your sweet tactics to separate the kid while we go hands on with her?
Yes, I'm telling you. I'm telling you that my son has no allergic pain. Okay, then bring my son back, bro. You don't even have to do all that.
It's about time.
Yeah.
It's time. You're doing too much for no reason. Bring me my son.
You are being
go to
detained right now.
jail.
No, you're being detained right now.
All right, I'll be detained. I don't care.
Stop.
Then
I'll take my shoes off so you guys can pay me better. I got more money than you make in a fucking day. Where's my kid? Where's my kid? Where's my kid? Where's my kid?
The children, guys. See that?
Yeah.
What a joke.
I don't
It's
give
disgusting.
Ain't no nigga taking away from me for my kid.
Stop.
No,
Stop.
Stop,
Stop or you're going to the ground.
All right,
Stop.
Stop resisting. I want my kid. Stop resisting. I want my kid. I want my kid. Stop resisting. I want my kid.
Hey, AJ, I gotta bounce. My tablet's going dead, buddy.
All right, my friend. Take it easy.
Yep. See you guys.
Now she's turned into Linda Blair. I want my girl.
Watching me get restrained.
Stop.
Why my son?
Stop kicking around.
Why my son wants to be restrained? My son wants to see his mother get free. So why am I getting restrained? Where's his mother? Where's my son's mother? Where's my son's mother?
What?
I don't know, guys.
Relax.
Give me
Dude,
my
these women are
son.
possessed, man.
Give me my son. I want my kid back.
Dude, this is like demonic.
You're making this so
I
much
want my
worse.
kid back, bro. You're trying to take my kid away from me.
You made this.
Oh, yo, nigga! Jarrell! Jarrell!
Yeah. This is a demon.
Okay, yeah, you are my fucking kid, bitch. Yeah, yeah.
I'm allergic. B-dubs, dude.
That
no
is
thing.
crazy.
Where's my kid? I just wanted to get with my child.
How embarrassing. Can you imagine getting walked to the airport like that?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
They offered her a free hotel room and everything, free food and stuff. Put her in the bed of the truck.
You guys notice how the ponytail patrol's not doing anything?
Yeah.
Like all the guys are all carrying her.
Yeah.
In the car and shut up.
Sit it down for me.
The suspect spent the night in jail
She's 22 years old. Guys, Black does crack.
on charges of disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. Her child was taken into protective custody and later released to a relative.
So just out of curiosity, gentlemen, put a one in the chat if you would smash. I didn't say wife up. 2 condoms, no kissing. Would you smash?
Nah, man.
Because I think she's demon time in the sack.
No way. Yeah, she might take it with her. No.
You see those 2 front wood chip teeth she had? She had some kind of.
I'm running. No way. But, all right, you guys went the 3-hour mark, so I'm gonna shut this down. Guys, no after hours tonight because I had to be up early, but I'll see you guys on Tuesday. So, all right, guys, appreciate you.
See ya.
Take it easy, brothers. Oh man.